where we can find you, and so forth. Go for it. We'll start with Jordan.
All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Jordan. You can find me at D&D Jordan Lee on Twitch and on Twitter. I'm also known to be lurking around the Discord of Thread Raiders from time to time. Yeah, so that's me.
James?
I'm James Nichols. You can find me at Tabletop Tribune, also at tabletoptribune.com. That's my blog where I do inspiring gamer interviews. And in the Thread Raiders Discord, a lot, especially in the Raspy Jester Tavern.
And Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. You may have seen me in the last game. At NoTweetSean on Twitter. I'll be playing Yen Teal, the Orc Paladin. You can find me on variant roles on Thread Raiders and picking up games, both DMing and as a player in different spaces. I'm also a professional voice actor.
Maria?
Hello, I'm Maria. You can find me at HappyCapster on Twitter and all the other socials. You may have seen me really early this morning. And today I will be playing Picton Fairborn, a barbarian monk gnome. It's going to be a great time.
I love that.
And last but not least, Matt.
What's up? Matt, I'm ImpactRPG on Twitter and Twitch. We do a lot of charity stuff like this. What is Cherry D20? I have so much. I can't. Celebrity Cherry D20 today, raising money for Satine and helping out with children's literacy and reach out and read. Yeah. So I'm excited about this. I'm playing Indiana Bones like I did Friday with the Thread Raiders, which was fun too. So I'm being an archaeologist, background tiefling warlock again.
Awesome. My name is Chet. You can find me at DM_Luke Thomas. I also paint here on the channel every once in a while on Mondays. And I am often DMing various things all over the place. So, or dungeon mastering, game mastering, whatever you want to call it. We are going to get started for the last game of the night. We are killing it on overall funds raised. I mean, just legit, you guys are amazing. I have been working all day like at a fryer watching the numbers go up, and it has been phenomenal. And quick shout out to a friend of mine who decided to take on my challenge and fill up my entire $100 goal in one go. So I'm just saying, we got some really awesome friends out there that are supporting us, and this couldn't have been better. So thank you guys. This is the last stretch, and then we will be wrapping it up. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This group, the way you guys actually ended up all together, there was a call for help from a university of sorts, just south of the major city, Eladen, of a pretty large country that dominates the continent of Callan. This is the Imperial University. They do a lot of magical research, and they are like the prime school for training as an elite guard of like magical nature. So they are very, very closed doors. It is a difficult place to get into. They like their privacy. It is all of you have been somewhat vetted prior to being allowed to come to this particular event. Whether that was done properly or not, I guess is up to you. You were only told a couple of basic things, and that is that you are supposed to meet at an inn just north of the gates to the university, and that there's been some unusual weather phenomenons, unusual even for the arcane nature of this university, and they were hoping that you would investigate. You do know that you will have a room for the evening, and that everybody's going to be meeting in the common room of the inn somewhere around 6 p.m. for a bite, a drink, a quick conversation, and then your job starts the next morning. Okay? So, we'll pick up inside the bar, the Stuck Pig, just north of the university.
All right.
It's like a campus bar.
Yeah, it's like they don't. There's no like drinking on premises, since they deal with magical components and alchemical stuff. You typically don't want to mix the two types of chemicals together.
Or do you?
I mean, you can try. But yeah, this is definitely like the main bar. For a name with a name like the Stuck Pig, you kind of expected a dive bar, but it is it's pretty big. It is a large inn. There's like decent sized rooms. The common room is huge, and it is usually quite busy. And tonight it's pretty much the same. There's a couple of quiet like snuggy areas, and there is one that looks like it has been reserved when you first enter the bar. So, how would you like to proceed?
Sean, you're on mute, by the way.
Yentil is going to take his ridiculously well-groomed hair for an orc and strut right up to the front, the bar top, and he's going to say, "I'd like to order some drinks for my friends."
Wonderful. What are you drinking exactly?
Oh, well, we'll take some of the local swill. You know.
Okay.
He
That'll
just
be
kind of like nudges over at like one of the like larger barrels that's obviously full of like some of the cheapest beer.
fantastic. That'll be 2 copper pieces. And how many are you wanting?
He turns around. He like tries to think, and then he turns around. And he's like,
I hold up 2 fingers for me.
"The 6, the 9,
Oh.
8."
The barkeep is actually counting like your 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10. He sees 11 fingers.
That is okay. We will make it work.
That'll be fine.
He just goes and grabs some cups and just starts chugging away, pouring drinks and passing them back 3 at a time, you know. He just puts a hand out for payment.
When he turns back, he's like been like doing all these drinks. Yentil's like counting up the money. He's like,
he just looks at what's in your hand and he just grabs what he needs and just puts it in the till.
"But thank you." He puts
You
it
did a
back
very
in the-
good job, Yentil. You did a very good job. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks, Kyra.
I'll
He
give
just
him
looks like Goofy.
my share.
So as you guys start drinking at the bar, your contact arrives. A half-elven gentleman, well-dressed in mage's robes. Anybody who has any like magical or arcane background would also recognize that they are the robes of the university. They're pretty recognizable. Yeah, he looks maybe a tad cleaner, well better put together than the majority of the general folks here, since many of them are relatively drunk students.
I think that is our man.
I will approach said individual and hold out a hand that is rather large, kind of a dark gray colored skin, kind of white shock of hair, and with a big giant grin on their face. They'll just hold out their hand and they'll say, "Victon Theraborn, how are you?"
I'm quite well. Thank you.
We have a
Yes.
bunch of drinks if you want to join us.
Certainly. Let's take the drinks to the table. I've reserved a seat for all of us. And
that was for us.
Yes.
Oh.
And he summoned you over. Timothy Elarian. I work for the university. Just come. Let us sit.
I will scamper over and grab like 4 of these like 1,200 beers that we have now purchased. And then just kind of look at everyone and just like nod my head in that direction.
I think he is trying to tell us something. So I will kind of put a hand on Needle's back and like, here we go, let's go.
So everybody makes their way to the table. Matt, what are you doing at this time?
I'm gonna follow this guy over there, and you say he's pretty fancy and obviously from the university, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I'll get my 1 beer, just the one for now. Thanks, though. And then I'll drink that, and I'll see what this guy has to say. But I'm gonna try and weasel my way into some sort of accelerated tenure program. This guy's robes are. Fast track. I'll do whatever you need. 2 years, and then just say I'm tenured, not get fired.
Well, that's not exactly my area. That would be more of an HR kind of thing. If you would like, certainly if you guys do well at resolving our problem, we could get a recommendation if you would like an adjunct position. I mean, that could be arranged.
All right. I mean, this is a nice school, right? It is like
yeah.
Totally.
He kind of looks you up and down. He goes, I see you are a
archaeologist background.
I was going to say you have made a pact of some kind. I see. You are.
You can tell. I glow. It's the old one. He's not Cthulhu, more Leviathan, kind of over.
Oh, I see. This is an interesting area of study, actually. And he kind of prattles on for a little while, and he's getting a little bit on your nerves because you're
he doesn't. He's talking about my patron. I stay in
No, it's like he's talking about like theories about your patron, like all the stuff.
I'm like, no, sir, that's
yeah. You're just like, I've got street knowledge.
Before. People say that, but in reality.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
yes. Yes, exactly. So he just like rattles off like all the stuff that he read in a book one time, and is not.
Oh, I have a book showing my hack to the tone. Extra cancer.
I would hate to get distracted from our reason for being here, but perhaps if you care to stay on at the university for a little while, we could discuss your personal attachment to such things. Yes. Yeah,
lab rat. I'll do that though. Actually.
Yeah, he totally just wants to like stick you in a room and poke you.
Wait, with my rod of the pack keeper? That doesn't sound that bad either.
So he looks at the group of you and he goes, I am very grateful that you all came out and are willing to help us. The university, we pride ourselves in being able to handle, our own when it comes to magical and other sort of things. But we're having some trouble pinning this one down, and we would like someone who isn't afraid to get their hands a little dirty, if you know what I mean. And he kind of gives you like a look, like very seriously, and you all kind of go, yeah, I think we know more than you do about what that means. He clearly has never.
I do.
I don't know what half of what he's saying means.
I do not an Eldritch Blast, but just a little Eldritch Crackle. Warming it up.
Tyre is blissfully unaware.
I Gotcha.
Yes. If you, and he kind of like leans in very close to kind of whisper and goes like, so it's not overheard by the rest of the bar. He goes, so there's been these recent occurrences. So the university, the southern portion of the university campus has had a number of strange lights in the sky over the last couple of months, and they're always accompanied by a strange rock of sorts, a rain, but instead of rain or snow or hailstones, they are these strange stones of some kind. And we have looked into every research project, and unless somebody has been dabbling in something that they're not willing to share with us as the university, it would seem it is not of our doing. So we would appreciate your help in finding the cause of this strange phenomenon. Is that something that you all would be willing to help us with?
But of course.
You want us to be weathermen?
Not so much. So we do know the general area where it seems to be coming from. We have pinpointed that much. Typically, there is a kind of a flash, a purple light seems to appear in the sky just to the south of the shoreline. The university actually is on kind of like on a peninsula, and there is a large wizard tower at the very end of the peninsula that is kind of where the more interesting and kooky professors, the ones that really don't teach classes anymore, but they keep around because they're really, really smart, that's kind of where they put those guys. And that seems to be where the majority of this is going on. And they haven't had a problem with it so much because it seems most of it falls harmlessly into the ocean. But we've had some roof damage, and a few students have been injured. Although that is easily remedied. I mean, it's just a small blow to the head. But
when you say that there's rocks falling from the sky, how big are these in comparison to say myself and gesture over to Yentil, my companion here?
They range from pebble-sized up to kind of like a large melon, so to speak, about this big or so. That was the largest one.
Are they progressively getting bigger and bigger?
That's hard to tell. They haven't. Again, many of them have not fallen entirely on our shores. What we have been able to find is they are extremely dense and hard, and that they there's not really a clear idea of whether or not they are getting worse, but it is happening more frequently. And the last one did last for quite a while. The rain, the rock rain, lasted for more than 20 minutes.
Is that what they're calling it? Rock rain?
We have not come up with
an archaeologist, not a meteorologist. I can dig through rocks like down here, but coming from the sky. You say most of it goes in the ocean?
Yes, the vast majority lands harmlessly, but there's been
harmlessly. Do you have any Triton students at your school? Go check some of this.
Not. I don't know of any current Trident living off the coast of the university. No, we have some Tridents that currently attend, but there's a separate building for their arrangements.
So I might need like water breathing guy to go check out how harmless this is.
Perhaps. Do you breathe water?
Oh, wait. I am a support warlock. I think I got him set up for
Real real quick, what's a peninsula?
It means that we are currently surrounded on 3 sides by water. There's a little bit of land, and then it comes to a point at the end, and there's a big tower. And if when you come into the university tomorrow, we can make arrangements, and you can see for yourself.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
He, as you're talking,
Smiles.
he's kind of nodding really slowly as you're talking. And then you recognize him start to like talk a little bit slower whenever he turns your way. So, your arrangements have all been made. Your rooms are prepared. You are welcome to stay for an evening's rest, and your work will begin in the morning. I will meet you shortly after breakfast at the main gates, if you would be so kind.
Sure.
Can do.
Thank you. Oh, and quick announcement. $150 till we meet our goal of $1,250. So, let's make this happen. Come on, get it done. Okay.
Yeah.
And...
How much would somebody have to pay for me to have, like, I don't know, an extra invocation so I could breathe underwater?
I'm gonna go. I'll even go cheap. If we can get $20 right now.
And
$20.
I have water breathing.
And I'll be that kind of warlock.
Water.
I'll be any kind of warlock you want me to be.
$20 to change.
Genius pact.
No, wait, better yet, $20 to change Matt's invocation to whatever you want it to be.
Hey, whatever you want it to be, not whatever Matt wants it to be. Whatever you want it to be. You have the choice.
So,
That'll
and
work
there is
out
a
well.
full there is a full list underneath the promo. $5 for reroll, $10 for advantage, so on and so forth. So keep an eye on that, and we are running that full list. So let me know, and if we've got anybody in chat who's paying attention, let me know if we have any additional donations. Yes. Okay.
He has a pact with Bob Ross.
I'll do
We'll
that.
change your pack to Bob Ross.
Do it.
Yes.
So-
Such a nice. See, I like that. That'd be a nice break from the old one. Like all these guys, the Fiend, they're all
Spookums.
bummers.
But here's
He'd
the
just
thing.
be super supportive. He'd be like,
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not a mistake. Just relax. Actually, you know what?
Just
Just chill. Just chill.
he'd be
You'll
like,
sleep.
you know,
You'll sleep
Okay.
way better.
So,
can't have advantage on Eldritch Blast every time. Like, oh, thanks, Mom.
So he actually he says, "Is there anything else that I can help you with at the moment?"
Just a quick question. You said that this was happening sporadically. Do you know if perhaps anything, like you mentioned the tower, is anything coming from the tower perhaps, or?
Nothing we've been able to pinpoint. It seems it's been mostly a random occurrence. We have tried multiple ways to figure out what exactly is causing the issue, and unfortunately, it doesn't. As far as we can tell, it is not coming from the university, and to some extent, we were asked to hire some outsiders just to verify our findings. Again, you are under no obligation, obviously, to the university, but we would very much like you to get to the bottom of this as quickly as possible so that we can clear the good name of the university.
We'll need some spellcasting services and to borrow a familiar. I know you wizards and your books.
That would take some time. There's some paperwork involved. I can get back to you in about a week or so, but we need this problem resolved as soon
I just
as
want to
we
breathe
can.
underwater and have an octopus to go with me while I breathe underwater.
That does sound like a personal problem, doesn't it?
It is a bit weird. We'll have to
I don't want to go down there by myself, all right?
I don't think we're gonna have to go underwater, but I think we could probably manage without a octopus.
Octopus
kind of
familiar, it's different than just
squints.
a regular octopus. It like wants to be your friend and do stuff for you.
Is that what your Eldritch Blast looks like? A bunch of little baby octopi like flying at someone?
Okay.
Mr. Bones, no one wants to hear about your pet octopus.
Any other questions?
No, I think that we are good for the moment.
Donation
Yeah.
made. What
think we got
donation
the
was
full
that,
donation.
Monk?
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Okay, we got a donation, but we're waiting to see. Any other questions before he takes off?
You wouldn't happen to have a sample of the rock rain?
Yes, of course. He
Good
pulls
question.
out of a satchel, and he has a rock about the size of my fist, and he sets it down on the table, and says, "I completely slipped my mind." Correct. Yes. This is the ore, rough stone that we found. Pardon me. That we found. Yes. But I'll leave the sample with you if you would like to take some time to take a look at it. But I very much must get back to the university. It is getting late, and I still have papers to grade. So yes.
Of course. Reach over and I grab it, and I just kind of look at it.
Does it look like an actual rock or a big lump of like ice?
Or like, does it look like it could come from the sky?
Ooh. Okay.
I'm just ignoring chat because I saw what the
Yeah.
donation is
Oh, no.
for.
I saw as well.
It's
Monk,
fine.
why would you do this?
It's fine.
Luckily, I create. So, as you guys are focused on this rock, and he is making his way out the door, you notice something happen just outside the window. You do see this quick flash, this purple light just streaking through the sky, and something happens at that moment. You hear a noise, a whistling sound. You don't fully understand what it is. Everybody go ahead and make me a perception check.
Dice rolling.
Ooh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay.
Net 20, baby.
Dirty 20 over
What?
here.
Oh, yes.
I have a -1 and I still got an 18.
Hey,
What check was it, chat?
perception.
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 That's a
How about-
24.
Okay, so 20, 20, 24,
18.
18,
I think Sean is still muted.
22.
22. Okay, so you guys are pretty high. And not in that way.
No, we're just rolling.
So
This is the only good roll we're gonna get tonight.
Yep.
This is my prediction.
Right, the Minotaur is secretly smoking some good stuff.
The Bob Ross.
So, as you guys are listening intently to this noise, you hear a sound that sounds like there's something moving very fast. You hear the rush of wind, and it sounds like it is coming from outside.
Picton's eyes get really wide, and they hop off the chair, and they run to the door because I think they just passed 3 feet. They're a bit too short to like comfortably look out the window, so they're just gonna go to the front door and open it up.
Okay, fantastic. You open the door, and you squint. It is not it's not super dark. You're just outside of a large city, which
I have
has lights
superior
going.
dark vision.
Fantastic. So what you
Yeah,
see,
I got devil's sight.
what you see is where you're used to seeing kind of this gray haze that is always the sky with the twinkling of the lights. It is blackness. You notice there is a large section of the stars is blocked out. It's not too big, but it seems to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
I'll call over my shoulder.
I think your
it's going
patron's
to,
making a visit.
I think it's going to start raining soon.
Yes, and with that, you do notice also a smattering of small pebbles fall to the ground, and on your as everybody kind of gathers around the front door, you notice what looks like a streak of red behind whatever it is that is causing this blackout, and it's getting louder and louder, and you realize there is something falling, a large something falling from the sky. Okay, here's the question, chat. How big is this big thing? Is the question.
I think the technical term was large.
A large.
And I think that there is a request for a large Bob Ross mimic.
Yes.
Large. Okay.
I believe is the exact request.
I'm living for this.
What is okay?
However, whatever that means.
I'm trying to think of Bob Ross as a. Oh yeah, no, definitely. That's definitely.
Oh no.
A big painter's palette with a big afro.
Nope.
Is that what we're looking at?
Seemed like that moon from Zelda, but with like, an afro.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So you guys watch, out of the sky comes falling this huge stone, and it falls and falls for quite a while until you see just off in the distance, like a house across the street from where you are, is now gone, obliterated. There is in its place this giant stone egg. And as Maria, as you're watching it intently, like very concerned with what had just happened, it cracks. And something emerges from the inside.
I pull out my staff, which is like this dark black. It looks like stone. It's petrified wood, this quarterstaff. I just like pull it out, and I just am hoping that there are other people behind me.
Yentiel steps like in front of you. He's pretty tall. He's like about 6'5".
2.5 of me.
Yeah, he puts his armored foot like in front of you, kind of like to guard you. Grabs his flail from around his waist, and it lights up. The end of it is a fist of Torm. He goes, "Uh-oh."
Oh, snap. Y'all want to fly? Who wants to fly? I can do it. See, support Warlock. Make you fly or be invisible. Which one do you think's a better idea?
Well, right now, I don't think.
I don't think we have an idea yet.
I like flying. Flying sounds great.
I just imagine Bones just like standing there in the background, like flipping through, just like, who wants to fly?
I've got a spell thing for this, and I've got this for that. We can make this work, guys.
I can make me and 2 more of us fly, or I don't fly and 3 of you can fly.
In the middle of this conversation, as you guys are trying to strategize what's happening, you hear closer to that is Maria. You can kind of see it. Whatever figure it was that popped out of this thing is now harassing a passerby, and she is screaming as whatever it is kind of just like alights like onto her.
Nope, I'm gonna run that direction, and as I see that, I say nope, and I'm gonna run really fast.
Okay.
All right,
so
make with the fly.
As you approach, what you see in front of you is this kind of quasi purple monster with tentacles coming out of its mouth, but this giant orange afro. And it looks like it currently has this woman's head like gripped within its tentacles.
Oh, God.
I won't slow down. I'll just say no, and I'm going to I would like to rage, as I would like to hit it so that she is out of grasp. Those are the things I would like to do.
Okay, so we're gonna say so. Go ahead and it is very focused on its goal right now. And so go ahead and make a single attack.
Okie dokie.
It's kind of like a tackle attack. We'll call it.
Sure.
Tackle with a weapon.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it was almost really, really good, but now it's a 9.
What is your total?
9.
Total. Okay.
A total of 9.
So you just swing out at it, and you're trying to you're trying so many things to get it you're trying to hack off maybe one of the tentacles to get it free, and you're trying to push it back. But in all of it, all you end up doing is just boxer style, just kind of just kind of pushing at it, and it doesn't really make a dent. But it does seem to have noticed you. So everybody roll initiative.
This was my real plan.
Could have been flying right now. Just saying.
16.
Oh,
buddy.
oh, buddy.
I got
Dirty
a
20.
Nice. I got a 17.
Hey.
Same, 17. You
Hey.
go first.
He thinks.
Okay, so 20 to 25. Nobody.
20.
Oh yeah.
James.
Yep.
All right. Okay. 15 to 20.
17.
17.
17.
16.
Higher dex.
No, she can go first.
Maria. Okay.
He can go first. I'm not used to playing a guy. Messing with me.
Oh, okay. So it goes James, Matt, Maria. Okay. And then Jordan, you were next.
Yep, 16.
Okay. And so all we got left is Sean. And Sean, what was yours?
High
You're
five.
probably muted, just so you know. Okay.
5.
All right. And then Ross Flayer is next.
Ross Flayer.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. I love
Ross Flayer.
Ross Cthulhu.
Okay. James, you're up. What would you like to do?
All right, the 7-foot Minotaur swashbuckler is going to draw his rapier and is the Ross Flayer within 30 feet of the door?
No, it is not. Take your movement to get to it, though. I should say, so you could get to it with your move, with 30 feet of movement, yes.
30 feet? Okay,
Yeah.
so I can get to it and attack. So that is what I will do. Uh, 22 armor class?
22 to hit is your
Yes.
total? Yeah, that hits.
For 10 points of piercing damage with the rapier, +1.
Okay. 10 points of piercing damage.
And it took my full movement to get there, correct?
It did.
Okay. That is me done.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I have the swashbuckler, so I get to, since nothing else is within 5 feet of me besides him, I get to add my sneak attack damage.
It is currently in range of like a passerby, so it's not like you're not alone.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
It is.
That's fine.
It is
I'm also
currently
right- I'm
grappled.
also right
Oh
there.
yeah, and she's on top of it. So, yep.
Oh, okay, but if she's already there, then she provides advantage, so I still get the sneak attack.
Yes.
Okay, so that's an extra 13 points of damage.
Nice.
3d6, baby.
Make a strength check.
Absolutely. Ooh. 21. I rolled a 19.
Okay. So when you strike at it, the rapier penetrates through kind of a section of the leather armor, and as you go to withdraw your rapier, something seems to grip your rapier, and as you go to pull it out, it's really tough, but you yank it out. Whatever happened when you tried to like stab it, something is reacting to this. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
That is me done.
Maria is or Matt's next.
Oh, All right. So I kite back as far as I can without dashing to get away from this thing, and then yeah, cool. Yes, it's so nice being level 6 and having 2 of these. All right, so that is so that's 17 and it's 21.
17 and a 21.
Yep.
Okay. 17 just hits. The 21 hits definitely. Yep.
All right. Cool. And then that is for. Oh, it's agonizing, right? Yeah. Boy. All right. Cool. So that's 12 and 6. So that's 18 altogether.
Okay.
Forward blast. Back off.
Okay.
Let 'em up.
Maria,
Hello.
you're up.
I am very close. I am raging. This is good. Okay. I would like to hit it.
Okay.
Well, yes, I would like to hit it with my quarterstaff, two-handed quarterstaff, please.
Okay.
Do it.
Hiya! First attack is going to be a 23 to hit.
Woo!
Because I'm here, I'll roll my second attack too, which is a 13.
Oh.
Misses.
Okay,
Oh.
so that's going to be 9. Nope, that's going to be 12 points of damage because I'm raging. And then as a bonus action, because I'm a monk, I'm going to take one of my hands off, and I'm just going to punch it in the face and say, "Drop it!" For
Drop
a
the lady.
16
A
unarmed
16.
strike. Yep.
Okay. Before we do that, as you attempt to withdraw your quarterstaff, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
Or I'm sorry, an athletics check.
An athletics check. Well, that's strength based, so that's I get advantage on
Yeah.
that. Well, that's good. Athletics is a 23.
23. Fantastic.
I'm a strong small
You're
boy.
strong.
So you hit it, and you hit it really hard, and it almost looks like whatever's happening is when you actually hit it, your bow staff kind of sunk into the leather armor, and then you had to pull it out as if you're hitting like a molasses like layer on its like leather armor. It looks very odd. That said, you punch it.
I do punch it.
Okay, fantastic. You punch it.
I do.
For
For 5 points of punching damage.
5 points of punching damage.
Yes.
Okay, and I need you to make another strength check.
Yup.
Another athletics.
That was definitely not as good. 13.
Okay, 13 fails. So
Oh, no.
Awesome.
First, you take 6 points of piercing damage, and
Cool.
you are grappled currently.
Cool.
As you punch and you hit the shield, which you now realize kind of looks like a giant white painter's palette that is like attached inside. And as you punch it, right, and you do the damage, it feels like you did something. But when you it sinks in, and then you realize at that moment that the 2 of the holes where the painter's palette is pop open. And you see 2 eyes staring at you, and a tongue currently curling around your arm.
No.
Yes. So that brings us to its turn. It's going to attempt to eat you.
Oh no.
So
You can certainly try.
make a let's do
Athletics?
opposed athletics, yeah.
Ha!
God.
That's 22.
Okay, you succeed. You are still grappled. However, you do take another 12 points of piercing damage as it
Oh, no.
as it starts nomming your arm and trying to suck you into the shield.
Fine. Because I'm raging, I take half damage, so it's okay. It really is okay, you guys.
You see that now.
You know, I said you weren't going to get eaten by something, but apparently I was wrong.
It just has to happen when I'm in a game, apparently. I just have to be devoured by something.
Chat
Snowman.
spoke, and this is what they wanted. They wanted
This is-
Bob Ross.
Can't get
And
enough.
I just thought, you know, to me, Bob Ross has to be a mind flayer, but
Mhm.
it doesn't mean that he doesn't have a mimic pet. So,
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Okay. It's a 2-for-1. This
It's a
monster.
yeah, sure is. That brings us to Jordan's turn.
Hey, so Kyra, seeing her friends in danger and this, she doesn't even know what it is, in front of her, is going to hold her holy symbol and bring out some holy water and kind of sprinkle in the air. And she's going to cast Bless on Picton, Yentiel, and Mr. Jones over there. So he's going to be blessed.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones.
Mr.
I'm going to say
Mr.
Told
J.
each other fairy tales. Sorry.
I'm going to say a small prayer to Eldith just to make sure that no one gets hurt and to guide us in our journey, and that's what I will do for my turn. So
This
add a
feels
D4
nice.
to your rolls.
Appreciate it.
That goes for D4 to attack and savings throws.
Ah.
Yeah. And that's it for me.
Okay. So, Sean.
That is obviously a foul creature that I have to slay. And he comes in like swinging his flail. He's got his shield. And he's like running full speed.
Okay.
Comes up, warms up his flail, and tries to lay into this thing.
Do me a favor, make an intelligence check.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm so good at those. You have no idea.
You're blessed.
You
you are blessed.
That's good.
Let's hope that the gods are kind today.
It'll help.
That ought to help them. That's a 16.
Okay, great.
So,
So,
wait, I'm blessed. 18.
okay.
Hey!
So you are aware of both the fact that you have to be very careful to not hit the civilian, but also you make your way around to flank. So you and Maria are now flanking the creature.
Yes.
So
Love it.
advantage on your strikes.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to attack twice. All right, so that is going to be a 26
Nice.
and a 24.
Okay. Both hit.
All right, going to lay into this thing with his fist-shaped flail. That is going to be 12.
Well,
Stop laughing.
Sorry, I love it.
Have you seen what we're fighting?
Right, yeah. So that's going to be 12 on the first hit
Okay.
and 13 on the second.
Okay. And go ahead on the first hit, make a strength athletics check.
Athletics check. That is a 14.
Fails. You is this a magical weapon?
Yes.
It is magical. Fantastic. So it is wrenched from your hands, and it is currently being sucked into the shield.
oh
Oh, no.
It is not gone, but it is disappearing.
Got it. Okay.
no. Oh no.
Okay. All right. It is now Ross Flayer's turn, and he realizes that there is something very dangerous going on behind him, and he just turns around and he goes, inside your heads, you guys all of a sudden hear just, guys, relax. It's just, don't worry. It's just, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And you guys are going to take a Mind Blast. So, 60-foot cone, all the creatures make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, super.
Is this versus magic?
Remember, you have D4. You are blessed.
This is not magical. This is a
I didn't use how much
psychic
it said,
ability.
No. Your blessed did not help
Super.
me.
I'm
so
sorry.
Smart today.
It's
I am
okay.
so smart today.
I'm not. Fine.
Surprisingly intelligent right now.
So, what do we get?
11.
Okay.
Well,
16.
16 is the exact number to hit.
Oh.
Anybody under 16 takes a number.
A certain number of
number
damage that I have
Just
to
one?
determine.
one
one
or
number?
more damage.
Is it one number on one die? I like
Ooh.
that. That's better.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I don't like when they do math in their
I
head.
know,
I
right?
don't
It
either.
makes me so scary.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least 5 dice in that calculation you just
Uh,
made.
29 points.
Holy crap.
Halved for Jordan.
Okay.
Of psychic damage.
Ouch.
And you are stunned for 1 minute.
Oh
Oh
no!
my goodness.
Wow.
Wow.
And this is how the party wipes before we even do the real adventure.
It was nice being in a party.
It was super. I loved it, guys.
Don't worry, I got four normal potions of healing. This is fine.
You guys can get some rest after this. You've got a hotel room.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's
Yeah, we
right.
can get to sleep after this. We don't have to go right save the world.
Cool.
Yes.
Do you want me to roll concentration to see if I can keep less up? 'Cause I took damage.
Yes. Roll that concentration.
We're good.
Cool.
And it's a dirty 20.
Perfect. Okay, and we will go with the. I think it's gonna go after James. The most damage that was dealt to it. So, James,
Go ahead.
you are what did I say? Stunned. Okay.
Which means incapacitated, which means no
Advantage.
actions or reactions.
Also
So I
attacks
fail
against
everything
us.
automatically.
Yes.
That's
So
Just about.
The tentacle does 10 points of damage to you, and you are grappled.
Okay.
And it is now, and this giant mess of curly hair is just engulfing your face. Along with these tentacles.
Hey, Chet.
Hey, yeah.
Could I possibly use my reaction and use Hellish Rebuke since it attacked?
Absolutely.
Sweet. I'm going to do that. So if you could please make a dex save of 14.
It was not good at those, but it did roll a 14 on the dice.
Okay. So we'll take half.
But it has a -1, right?
Yeah, right?
Right?
No, there's no minuses on this at all.
Ah.
Sorry.
If you donate $75, make this mind
Yeah,
flayer
we're-
disappear.
Yeah.
15. All right, so it's going to take half of 25.
Shoot. Okay.
Nice.
That would be.
That was not nice. Don't hit me or my friends, or you pay.
Noted.
I kill you.
I kill you. You'll be dead.
And I kick her, sir.
Yes.
Okay. You, in that moment, you recognize that when you reached out and did the to it, it seems that of the two entities, they don't take all types of damage together the same way. Every other time that somebody has smacked it, it looks like both things get hurt a little bit, but yours seems to have only hurt the Mind Flayer.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so you are mentally attacking Bob Ross right now.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Do
I'm
you have time
not.
to talk about the Church of Eldath? I have a lot to talk to you about it.
I have so many pamphlets for you.
We are back up to James's turn.
Incapacitated with 6 hit points left.
Oh, fantastic. You are, and that is, you are stunned for 1 minute. Oh God, that is a really crazy ability.
I think we have another donation.
I think we do. Yeah, it looks like that.
To give Bob Ross Flayer a random potion / poison.
Oh, okay.
From good old Thread Raiders.
From Thread Raiders.
Thanks.
Thank you
Good
so
old
much.
CA.
a random potion or potion or poison. So James.
Yes.
High, low.
Low.
Okay. You see, it actually reaches into your bag with one of the with one of the free hands that it has as it's grappling your face, and it grabs what looks like one of your recent potion of healings, and and downs it.
Enjoy that 2d4.
2d4 plus
2.
Dang it.
Hope you choke on it.
It's fine. It's fine.
What gives you
That's just
indigestion and
rude.
heartburn?
That's just
It might heal you,
rude.
but it'll be uncomfortable.
Okay.
I'm supposed to do the pickpocketing here, not the thing.
You're in no state to do anything at the moment.
Apparently.
Okay, that ends your turn. So let's go to Matt. You are stunned.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So I do nothing, right?
Pretty much.
Correct.
Yeah, basically, you have no movement. You cannot take any actions or reactions. But
Nope.
So if I held my action, I'd be doing less than nothing. Yeah, I'm good then. I just hang out, right? No saves to make.
Unfortunately, not with this ability. I didn't need, that was just ridiculous.
I try and look extra helpless and hope somebody will stand in front of me.
No, wait. A creature tries again at the end of each of its turns. So, James, make a roll.
Oh,
My bad.
alrighty.
My bad. I was not reading.
That's cool.
It's okay. I feel less
Nat
like
20!
Hey.
Yeah.
You got really pissed that it stole from you. You're like, no, I steal. I'm the stealer.
It's me.
You don't steal. I steal.
and you work up your nerve. You're no longer stunned by its frightening presence.
Hey.
Excellent.
Hey, baby.
baby.
Matt, what you got?
Woo woo.
So am I still blessed?
Yes, you're still blessed.
And I'm
Yes,
going
you
to
have
try
blessed.
And all right, so that is a 16.
Succeeds. You are no longer stunned.
So I can do things.
That was the end of your turn, so you will be able to do stuff on your turn next turn. Maria, you're up.
I'm also stunned,
Yes,
so I'm gonna try
make
to
a
not
roll.
be stunned. This was a.
You're
It's a nat
blessed.
one. It's a nat
You're
one.
blessed.
Oh yeah,
It's a nat one.
Nat one.
It's a nat
Oh,
one.
Nice, dear.
That's nice.
You need to
Nice.
dice on that one.
Oh, so on that note, you try to shake this horrible feeling, but you just can't. And with that, you are sucked half your body into the shield.
Oh,
That's not good.
oh no.
This is like half of us.
Yeah, it just literally goes nom, and it just takes in like half of you. And you
There's
take
not a whole lot of me to begin with. Let's just be honest.
most of you. Well, there's just feet sticking out, a couple
Yeah.
of red slippers.
Yep.
You take 6 points of piercing damage as it continues to nom you.
Come on.
Cool. Well, that's fine. It keeps my rage up, which is exactly what I want.
Wait, did you have advantage on that? On the
On-
saving throw?
The
Yeah, rage-
magic
does it
saving
rage?
throw?
Doesn't rage give you advantage on mental
On-
saving throws?
Not on
Not
mental saving
mental.
throws.
No.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I have.
Well, no,
Hold, I
physical.
need to check the wording on this because as a gnome, I get advantage on certain.
Wait,
saving-
if you're a gnome,
Yeah,
You
I get
advantage on
advantage
saves against
on
magic.
intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws
and this
against
is
magic,
intelligence.
which is why I asked.
Yeah,
But it's not magic. It's a magical effect, but it's
fair enough.
well, it's like it's not really a magical.
So it magically emits psychic energy. So I will give you an advantage. So go ahead and roll that advantage before you continue. Come on, before you get eaten.
It's a total of 9.
Aw.
I tried. I really did.
Don't worry, it's fine. I still have a lot. I have a lot of hit points. I made this. This is a barbarian. I have a lot of hit points.
Okay.
I got this, guys. I got this.
I got
This is all
this.
part of the
We're
plan.
gods. It's fine.
I'm not, but it's fine.
It is Jordan's turn. Jordan, you are fully functioning. Congratulations.
Yeah, panicking now. I am going to hold my holy symbol, and I am going to channel divinity and do preserve life. So, James, you get 15 hit points back. The rest of you get 5 hit points back.
Thank you.
You are
Nice.
welcome. And literally, that's all I can do because I can't cast another spell. So that's what I will do for my turn.
Okay.
Stressing out.
Why can't you cast another spell?
Do you do the roll where you can't double cast? Because otherwise, I would do spiritual weapon.
So what did you cast?
Well, I did channel divinity, which is technically.
That's not a spell.
Oh, it's not. Okay,
No,
cool.
that is a
I will,
spell-like
if I
ability.
can.
Yes, go.
Let me cast spiritual weapon then.
Yes.
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Do it.
All right, I'm gonna hit it. You see a giant phoenix like appear right in front of Kyra. And it is going to attack 4. Yes. 19 to hit.
Hits.
All right, let's give some damage.
Subscriber, that's cool. But more donations would be cool too.
You know what would be
Donating.
really cool? Donations that could help a poor gnome, a poor Snurfnivnun who is getting devoured by a mimic.
Oh, are you as
Less than 80
Versneeblen?
away.
I'm a Snurfnivnun.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
10 points of radiant damage.
10 points.
Yes,
Nice.
Nice.
yes, and that's it. Now I've done everything, and I feel more useful because I was feeling not that great.
Now you're super useful.
Okay.
Try to make sure everyone stays up.
Sean, make that roll. See if you can shake it.
I wasn't affected by it. I saved.
Oh, you saved?
Yep. I was saved from intelligence.
Okay. Cool. You're up.
All right. I need to get my flail back.
Yeah. Make a. You can make a strength. A athletics.
check.
Athletics
Cool.
check to try to grab it and pull it out.
Awesome. That's a dirty 20.
Nice.
It rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
Oh no.
What?
wait, bless?
Oh, wait. Bless.
No.
Go for it.
Okay. So that's a 22.
22. 1 second.
Is I strong enough?
The strongest. Strongest.
It has a 23.
No!
Oh no.
Ah,
Mimics,
close.
Mimics is
so
strong.
close.
Mimics is strong. I apologize. So
Industrial horse glue.
so you actually watch as your weapon sinks further into the hide armor that appears to that you're now realizing is it's definitely much bigger, like much thicker armor than what you thought it was on this creature. This creature looks much larger than what it probably actually is.
Okay.
Okay.
Was that my action?
I will say that you could use your movement to do that.
Okay,
So
perfect.
action and bonus action are available.
Okay, I see that my Zerfneeblen friend is being pulled into this thing, and I'm going to cast Sanctuary on him.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Nice. Good move.
Ah.
That requires a saving throw.
with an attack. So if I ward a creature within range, if you want to target the creature with an attack or harmful spell, you have to make a saving throw first.
Okay. Make an intelligence check.
Okay. Dude, I am killing these intelligence checks for how dumb I am.
I'm proud of you.
21.
For 21,
Hey.
you would recognize before you cast the spell, you're thinking, I'm going to cast shield on my friend to keep them safe. Then you remember, you're like, if I chew food, I don't roll to attack it.
We have another donation, by the way.
We have a donation.
Apparently,
Yes.
on James's page, wild magic for the gnome.
Oh my god.
What?
A wild magic.
Get a
Fantastic.
wild magic surge?
Yes.
What does that do?
I guess a wild magic surge. Please correct if whoever donated. Thank you. But also, is it for a wild magic? Yay for wild magic surge. Okay, we're gonna. That's what Thread Raider says.
Yes. Yes, it is. So you get a wild magic surge, and you can.
Is that a D100?
I think so, but I don't have the
Yes,
table.
it is.
I
For
can pull up the table. I have it right here.
Go for it.
It's in the sorcerer's section.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay.
$16. Yay! Thank you.
Do it.
Thank
Do it. Do
you.
it.
Thank
We're
you.
getting so close to our final goal.
Okay.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Oh.
Keep it going.
Okay, so I rolled an 82, and 82 says you can take one additional action immediately. I don't know how that works because I'm stunned.
So first off, make your save. Make it,
okay.
with advantage.
Plus your blast.
Natural 20 plus 4.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
Yes.
Okay, we will say that some kind of like extra sensory thing happens, and all of a sudden you're like, there's a power inside you. There must have been like a
Eagle calls out from
there
me.
there must have been a sorcerer deep inside your family. And that power just calls out to you all of a sudden. Bam! It frees you from your bond. And go ahead and make a strength check to free yourself from this thing yet again. Well, actually, no. I'll give you the choice. Would you like to free yourself, or would you like to try to hack it from the inside?
Well, hacking would I have a staff, so it doesn't really hack very well.
Yeah, I mean, you could just
But
keep going. I mean, because you have multi-attack,
Okay.
so you can take
I do.
either your full attack action with your bonus action to multi-attack, or you can attempt
Actually,
to free
yes,
yourself.
that sounds. No, I'm not going to free myself. I'm doing okay. I would like to. I would like to punch the living daylights out of it, please.
Fantastic. Punch away.
Okay. So, first action is to attack recklessly because I can.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, the first attack is going to be a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Second attack is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. So I'll roll damage for those. Would this be considered one-handed because one of my hands is stuck inside of the mimic right now?
You are actually now currently full body, so you are actually inside punching at its
Neat.
like its uvula, like in the back, just goosh, goosh, using it as a punching bag.
Cool. Okay, so yeah.
Be better.
Okay. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Last clarifying question: is this just with my fist or with my staff? I feel like I don't really narratively have any room to do staff movements
Then
unless I'm like
okay. Go for
Okay.
it. I mean,
Cool.
they still count as magic weapons. It's all good.
Yeah. Okay. So 7, 8, 15, is 21 points of damage altogether for both attacks.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bonus action punch again.
Okay.
For 14 to hit.
I knew you were going to do the beautiful punch, and punch again.
The 14 hits.
Oh, excellent.
You are punching just the mimic. The mimic only has an armor class of 12.
Hey, okay. So that's going to be 10 points of punching damage. And then I'll do my extra action, which is this kind of like the action surge ish?
Are you doing the monk thing, or are you doing it as what's the deal?
So I just did the bonus action, which was the monk thing.
Okay.
But the extra action, was that for me to just to escape, the one that I got from my wild magic?
Yes, you are getting a turn right now to wild magic. So that is all of it.
Then that is all of the things I can do.
Fantastic. So, yeah. You guys notice as your friend. Actually, I forgot it has to do this. You notice as all of a sudden your friend is inside. You just see this like wild like writhing inside the mouth, and you just see it. I mean, like the bad cartoons where like the baby's like actually punching out of the stomach. Like you just see fists popping out of this like shield thing, and then all of a sudden your friend just gets vomited out of this thing's bleh, in this kind of green red like mess of like fluids. You look and smell disgusting, but
awesome. Can I land really coolly though? Because I have like a lot of dexterity.
Oh yeah, you definitely like hero land. You
parkour.
Like, boosh.
I parkour roll and like land 3-point landing.
And then stare at it, just like straight up, just be like, "That's right, yeah,
that's awesome."
Wrong thing to eat right now."
Yes.
You got some bad sushi, okay?
Do you know how old I really am?
Past the expiration date. Ha!
Oh.
I was born at 1:30. It's fine.
Nice.
It does not look good either. Now it is Ross Flayer's turn, and it is going to attempt to extract brain.
Oh no!
Stop. I met my goal. Cool. I hope you all meet your goal too.
Okay.
Hey, yay!
I got. Wait, what'd I get? I got 400. Oh yeah, I got like 423 out of $420. So I won $3 over my goal.
Sweet.
Woo! I'll make another account and donate to this one. Wait, how close are we?
We're
getting like there. 60. Someone just said it. 62.
That's $1 a minute. Come on. Wait. We go to 12:30. All right.
Yeah. We're going to 12:30. We can do this. We got this. Do it.
We started late. Can we go? Is it cool if we go like 10 minutes more?
Yeah.
If we don't have that money, I want that money.
I don't care. Let's do it.
You need all that money.
I'll throw this out there. You know who you are. If we can go to 1, just let me know. If you're too tired and we can't do that, then we can make that adjustment. But if everybody's cool with going to 1, I'm more than happy to do it.
Get that money.
Get that money. We're eating brains.
We're eating brains.
It's Zoidberging us.
Actually, this might not be the case. Does an 18 hit you?
Who is you?
James. Does an 18 hit you?
Yes, armor class 14.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
So, you take a lot of damage. 50 points, according to this, is base.
Whoa.
So, does that hit you below 0?
Way below 0.
This you all of a sudden feel this really like calming like voice in your head say, "It's all gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay." And then a mouth attaches itself to the back of your head and your like forehead and just and sucks your brain out of your head.
Oh no!
Yeah, you did this.
Thank you for donating.
Yay!
Thank you for
All
donating. Right. This is what happens when you donate.
No.
I didn't even get to use any of my cow jokes. This is terrible.
I mean, you could kind of, maybe.
Careful when
Wow.
if you get your brain back, you might have mad cow disease.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
Unfortunately, I'm not a magic cow. I'm not an escape artist. A Moodini.
Oh.
Boo.
Do I get to play as a bad guy now?
You currently can play as a dead person if you want. You can give us.
Oh, that's amazing. I want to attack the party now.
Oh no.
Well, it sucked my brain out. I assume I'm under its control.
No, you are a lifeless husk currently. Yeah, but we will come to that tomorrow.
Okay.
No. So,
What the heck is this one shot?
Dang.
this is what happens.
I love
This
it.
is why I play magic
The Ross
people.
Flayer,
I can
yeah.
attack from range.
But you know what? You know what? You were super happy when it happened. Okay,
It's true. You had a big smile on your face.
You were
This was just, it wasn't a happy.
You were
I
the
can see
happiest
happy
little
little
cow.
brain.
I can
Happiest
see
cow.
it. I can see a rainbow.
So that brings us to
Ruined my hat, though.
that.
The feels, guys.
It is now Matt's turn.
Oh, that was great.
All right. You said there was there was flanking, I believe. Would I be a movement away from flanking? A movement speed away? Or would
Yeah,
I need
you stayed a little farther away because you were pew-pewing. So I would say yes, you can move in range to flank, especially if you take James's spot. You got to step over your friend's lifeless corpse and flank.
Okay. All right. Cool. I like that. So let's see. So that is a 21 and a 23.
That hits.
Nice.
All right. And then I got 10 and I got 6. 16.
Okay.
Nice.
Right in his ear.
So what are you attacking with? Is this a sword? Like, is it a melee attack, or are you doing
Oh, no. I still stay far away. It was I'll give you a clue. It was a D10. It was force damage.
I'm just checking because you wouldn't. There would be no flanking. There's no flanking unless you're within melee range of the target.
Oh, melee?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is.
Can't just stick it in his ear. All right. Then that goes down to. Okay, I still got a 21 and a 18.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, 16 damage still, because I still only rolled a 2.
Okay. That is enough that you actually see now the shield start to like fold up in on itself, like kind of like burnt paper kind of, but it turned into this like black ichor that's just dripping off of this thing's arm, and there's now what you see is a thin, like this kind of coat, this veneer over its armor that appears to probably have been increasing its armor class a little bit, that this mimic creature had kind of attached itself to this form, and you see as it just sloughs off of him. So, and everything else goes on top. Oh, okay, so that's not bad. It seems that after your first shot, pew, everything after, like the whole shot after that seems to have been a lot more painful for this creature.
It's agonizing, actually.
Okay. That brings us, James is dead. So that's Maria's turn. Okay, Maria.
Okay. How does good old Bob Flayer look?
Rough.
Rough?
Yeah.
Sweet. I would like to rough them up more. Cool. Two-handed, smashing with the staffin smashing recklessly. 22 for the first hit.
Absolute hit.
21 for the second.
Hit.
Nice.
That is going to be. Math is hard. 6, 23 total for those 2 hits.
Okay. Yeah.
Doth it still breathe life?
So you go bam with one staff hit, you're just goosh and smack it right across the face as it and it with that hit it lets go of your friend who just you saw as their life was just left their face, and you just get the rage takes you and you just smash and then you smash and then you see it as you see the life leave its eyes, which you're kind of used to, but you're also just still in full rage mode until you just smash, and you guys watch as this tiny little thing, it just keeps ramming this staff into this thing's forehead over and over and over, and it falls lifeless and dead. All that's left is this kind of black ichor of the creature and this bright tuft of hair that's lying completely foul on the ground. So it is dead. You rage killed.
I did. I did rage kill.
So congratulations. You guys have killed Ross Flayer and his mimic.
Woof. We only lost one party member.
Well, Jordan, it has been less than 1 minute.
Yes.
And I would assume that you had quite a bit of extra gold because you did not spend a ton of extra. So I would imagine some of that might be in diamonds. I would let
correct.
you.
I do actually have a diamond. If it is cool, I will run over and attempt to revivify.
You reach down, you grab the diamond, and you just immediately just ram it into his chest and start casting. Foosh! And with that, James, you have this really sudden come back into yourself, but for everybody else, what you're watching is actually you see the viscera kind of refill. His entire a portion of his body was clearly missing, and the hole just covers and fills. And then the light comes back into him. James, you remember very vaguely somewhere in the distance your consciousness kind of melding with this really just super chill, relaxed entity, and kind of being see, this is all cool in here, right? It's it's really ow shit, ow. And then boom, you're back to yourself.
Just standing there,
Pops
just
his eyes up and he's like,
oh, I'm glad you're awake.
oh, thank you.
Back.
I dreamt I was in a green pasture.
With really happy trees.
Right. And the grass was so good. And then there was this pain. Or, did you kill it?
So I'll stoop down and pick up your slightly pock-marked hat and just kind of place it on your head.
No, there's absolutely just a hole bored
Big
through
hole,
the center
right
of
there.
that.
Well, I'll
I'll cast mending to see if maybe I can stitch it together.
Yeah,
I'll pull
it's
some.
a really small space. You can just and it's back.
Yeah, I'll
it's
mend
back.
it. It's almost as good. It is almost as good as new, just as you are.
Thank you. This is why I love my people.
Well, it's
Don't
good to see
die.
you back. And Yentil reaches down for the handle of his flail and goes, "Get off my flail."
Sorry.
Flips the flips all the goo off of it and kind of twirls it around for a second like a wet dog. Sends
Well, I
goop
have
everywhere.
to say, if this town is having not only issues with the rock rain, but that thing as well, well, we got a lot of bigger problems to handle.
I found this brain.
Put it in
Oh
the
no,
jar,
you
maybe.
keep it. You keep it. It didn't do me no good anyway.
He puts it in a bag.
Oh yeah. So that's what we're doing. Let me get a giant tooth for warlock stuff.
There's no giant teeth, but there's like the kind of like the extended mouth jaws with a bunch of very small razor sharp teeth that seem to be good at making very precise incisions and very strong to be able to burst through a skull.
I'm sorry for making you describe that, but yeah, I'll take it.
You're welcome.
I'll look around to make sure that no one else is being accosted by strange afroed mind flayers.
It's a good thing to check for.
Not as far as you can see.
Awesome. Cool.
That seems to like you just saw the one large flash of light, and then from there you've seen during the time that you guys have been fighting, you do notice that like you've been pelted with a few smaller, rocks, but that's about it.
Okay. I'm just going to let out a big sigh and say, can we go back and drink those half dozen beers you got for us? Sounds lovely.
You turn around. You turn around looking for the half elven guy that was like there with you. He is gone. He is nowhere to be seen. But you make your way back into the bar. Everybody is very shocked. It is dead quiet in that bar, and everybody is really like weirded out. Most of them look at all of you like you did something like insane, and then they just kind of like you guys sit down, grab a beer, and are just like chilling, doing your normal like routine, and everybody else is just staring at you, and then finally people just start to like slowly like saunter out and away. They're just like we're just done. It's time to go home. That's the end. The bar's closed. But you have your drinks are available to you. As far as you can tell, nobody's stopping you from getting any more because the bartender has already gone home. So
I take advantage of this.
Yes. However, the proprietor of the establishment does say, you were given rooms. They are upstairs waiting. See yourselves here, and hands you like keys to your rooms, and just kind of is like just shocked out of his mind.
I take a bottle of whiskey and or bourbon with me to my room.
Nobody stops you.
Excellent. Love this.
So
cool, because I don't ask.
I'll grab a Pinot.
If there's any drinks on the table, I finish all of them.
Yeah, right.
He has
Until takes a little bitty mirror. Yeah, it's true.
I'm like a 500-pound cow, so I have a tolerance.
Just a little bit. Plus, you got a brand new brain.
Right?
Yeah, there you
right?
go. I gotta feed that
brain
brain
on this
somehow.
one.
We have to clarify very quickly. A Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, Pinot Grigio.
Come on,
sorry.
Max, get with the program.
What do you think I said?
Well,
Oh, really?
Could be a Pinot Noir.
well, I pass out.
So everybody gets a full night's rest, and we will pick up the following morning. After you guys wake up, you go downstairs. The staff seems back to a somewhat normal routine. However, the noises coming from outside are just raucous. Like there's just a lot of stuff going on. There are people like assessing the damage outside. Like clearly this has been going on for a while. There's just a ton of bustle going on just outside the door of this inn. But inside it's relatively quiet. You guys are kind of left to your own devices, and food is brought for breakfast. You guys are welcome to whatever you want as far as food and drink. And it appears it was all pre-taken care of. Your bill is being sent to the university.
I'll look over at James. Like, how is your head this morning? How are you feeling?
Oh, my head's great. Thank you very much.
That
And I just want to note I'm eating steak, so I am a cannibal now.
All right, then. Noted.
Alrighty then.
Got real dark just now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All
That's what you
right.
get for killing me.
The tea.
Jordan, you grew his brain back, but I don't think you did it right.
I was literally gonna ask, did I do this right? This is the first time that I have had to use this spell.
Anybody else want to accomplish anything in the morning before you head out? He did say that shortly after breakfast he was going to meet you in the front gates.
And Teal's just going to be like shining his armor up. You're going to see that he's like taking very, very close detail. Like he's like plucking hairs on his face, like ridiculously like vain, doing like this full beauty treatment in the morning.
I make sure to buy everybody around before we actually leave because I got brought back.
Aww.
That is easily accomplished. There's a nice oatmeal stout on tap. You guys grab.
Picton is nursing a hangover, but still takes the stout.
Okay. You guys finish up your meal, your drinks, what have you, and you make your way to the south of town, where you finally get to the front gates to the university. It's a fairly ornate kind of front entranceway. Tall walls, nice brick. Everything is very well put together. And your contact, Timothy, is standing there waiting for you. And he seems a bit frazzled. You get the impression maybe he didn't sleep very well last night, just based on his overall demeanor, and his kind of he's more jittery than normal, from your experience the evening before.
Well, good morning to you.
How are you
Does
doing
it
there,
look like
Timothy?
you slept too well? Did you have your brain eaten out? No, I don't want to hear your excuses. Take us to where we gotta go.
Brain? Huh? I don't.
And I take off my hat a little bit and show him the scar, and then put it back down.
Like you see immediately his interest is peaked, like for a second, and I don't want to know. It's fine. It's all fine. Yes. So, in light of recent events, we feel perhaps this is a little bit more dire situation than previously expected. So we would like to increase our bounty on this. If you can find where this is coming from within a short period of time, we would be happy to triple your fee. Just please make it stop. Please make it stop. And he gets, you can tell, yeah, he is very, very, very frazzled.
Please, we do it for the good of everyone.
No.
Really use some spellcasting services.
We are doing it for pay.
Yes, that's more like it.
Apparently, diamonds make good brains.
So he says, "Come with me. I will lead you into the university and take you to the tower. There was some more damage, so I apologize for the state of things. The storm last night was much bigger than the previous ones that we've had, and so we are in a bit of a disarray at the moment." And he kind of gets a little bit sidetracked look in his eye, but he turns and he guides you guys through the gates into the university. And what you notice right away is that it is laid out very almost like on a spoke, where you guys are standing kind of at the center of the wheel from here, and then it goes out into these separate paths, all of them kind of ending in this kind of oval shape that leads to the end where the tall tower you now see off in the distance. What you guys witness on your way through is lots of like destruction. Where he said, like the previous pieces were probably the biggest was the size of a small melon. This looks like some things much larger. Definitely small animal-sized pieces of rock have been hurtled through a couple of the buildings. There's a general disarray from a number of people. It does look like some people were even partially displaced by whatever this was. And you guys just notice there's there's a ton of activity going on here. Although with all of that, it still is a beautiful design. And as we've been, before we can continue, go donate. Do it. Go.
Yes.
Go donate.
So close.
We're super close.
Let's do this. So, that said, what would you guys like to do?
Sorry, I was being non-complacent, and I made it 500 because I'm greedy for the kids.
Hey.
So,
For the
Greedy for the
children.
kids.
For the children.
Well, so I saw that sample of rock from last night.
Okay.
What does it? I didn't have a good chance to look at it. What is it? Does it just look like rock, like regular rock? I'm really familiar with rocks. I grew up underground.
Make
Is
an
it
investigation
crack
check.
rock?
And
Can I cast guidance on her on him as I see he's looking at the rock?
You may.
Sweet.
Can I use my archaeologist background to dust them off?
You can assist. Yeah, you can assist, and so it would be advantage plus
That's
the
right.
You get a D4.
plus the D4.
Thank goodness for that advantage because it was a natural 1. But now,
Oh.
now it's an 18.
Indiana Bones knows what he's talking about.
Yes.
18 before or after the D4?
A total of 18.
Total of 18. Okay. So you kind of spend some time with it, and you are fairly familiar. Again, you've done some mining or rock, clearing in your time, and so you grab a little piece of steel, and you're just kind of like, making kind of a general assessment of it, and it seems very, very, very tough. Although it is clearly a rock or a stone, there's a metallic element to it, and so I mean you would put this in the class of like an ore, where it could be clarified into a metal. You also gather from just a couple of scrapes onto it, just scraping it with a good solid steel kind of screws up your steel strike. Like it does some damage to your steel. So it is actually whatever metallic is in there, it is very strong. And as you strike it, a couple of times, you start to notice every so often you'll get kind of a greenish spark out of the coloration when it comes off of it.
Would any of us know something about this?
You could make a knowledge check.
Okay.
I would say so. Yeah, there's. You could do probably an Arcana or, I would say knowledge nature.
I got nature.
Hey.
Do it.
Unless I want to persuade the rock, but I don't think that's gonna work.
I got a 19 nature.
It does not look like any stone that you are familiar with. Nothing that is currently being mined or has previously been mined by your people. So
Magic rock.
Magic rock.
Space
rock.
You're even fairly
Space
familiar with
space.
some magical forms of metal, mithril and adamantine. Like there's a couple of forms that you're familiar with.
But not
This does not ring a bell on that scale.
It's weird rock.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I can break some.
Well, it might come to that.
Okay. I'll be over here.
So we're at the tower. Is this correct? Did I miss
Yeah,
that?
you are making your way through to the tower. They're leading you to the tower because that's where they said the worst of it has been. So is there anything you would like to? This is kind of happening. You're testing it on the way. It is a bit of a walk. So anything else that's happening on the way?
Do we see any similar rocks in the scenery around us? Since you said this has kind of been almost an epicenter with the worst of it.
Quite a few.
Okay.
There's a large amount of debris. So what is intermixed with like the marble and sandstone and other like natural elements of what you'd be building with in this area, mixed in is a lot of this coarse rock that's been falling, especially since last night. It looks like most of it is freshly strewn. So.
Sorry, I'm thinking of the phrasing. What does it look like? Any of these rocks have maybe been sitting for a little bit? I'm mainly interested, I guess, in looking to see if like how nature has kind of interacted with these rocks, like if it's been dried out or something of that nature.
Most of what you see simply is where there is a rock, there's generally a crater or a hole in something. I mean, usually it looks like these things have what you're seeing is stuff that has fallen where it where it landed and has not been moved. You do notice there are some additional like large pockmarks, which could be the sign that there were other ones. But based on what you're looking at, it looks like from the activity and everything that's been going on, the university is very quick to try to clean this up and make get it off the streets.
Fair enough.
Maybe we can take this to a blacksmith.
Maybe.
So, that said, as you guys are approaching the center of like what you would consider like the midway between the front gate and the tower, you see a flash.
Oh no, not again.
So I want everybody to make me a perception check, please.
Nope, no pictures, please.
8.
Perception.
Perception, right?
Yes.
24.
15.
19.
20.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with Matt. What you see, you're not paying super close attention to what these weirdos are talking about right now. They're playing with rocks and kind of doing their thing, and you're like, this is not my deal. This is not from here. You can already tell this is not your deal. So you're looking around for like, maybe there's some like something you could use. I mean, this is like a school of knowledge and all that stuff, and it's relatively guarded. They gave you full access, and you're kind of looking around. What you notice first and foremost is a shadow. A very large shadow seems to have fallen between over you and your surrounding area. And when you look up to see what the source is, it looks as though the majority of the sun, currently hanging a little ways off to the south and east, is entirely blocked by a mass of some kind. Everybody notices this. There is a giant something that is currently falling out of the sky, and just based on Maria, your experiences from the previous night, you recognize this thing must be not just large, it is massive, and it is surrounded by a halo of yellow fire as it falls.
Uh-oh.
Those of you who got over a 20 start to recognize not only is there a giant thing falling from the sky, but also there is a series of smaller items that are currently coming and hurling towards this small university.
Oh, no.
Run for cover.
So,
Well, that's not good.
How quickly are they falling?
yeah,
It's in like imminent.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you're pretty sure. So you spend some time actually tracking. Anybody over 20? Who's over 20?
I was a
I was at
24 for
24?
perception.
Flat 20? Okay. You guys catch a couple of things. You spend some time and just like real quickly, like just doing some kind of quick thought. You're kind of going, okay, there are a couple of pieces coming at us. and you wait and you watch as a little bit. The largest piece kind of, you notice it's falling, but it's not falling at you. You definitely recognize that it seems to be falling off into the ocean. But again, it is massive. But you do recognize there looks like there's at least 3 impacts that are heading your way, and you can either try to track them from here or try to figure out where they're going to land. What would you guys like to do?
Track them, maybe.
When you throw a big rock into a pond, it makes like a splash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think that's gonna make a big splash?
Very, very, very possible.
We should go.
We should probably
Go. Sorry, Picton. Grabs Picton and like picks him up. It's just like we gotta go.
Just pat you on the head.
Where are we going?
What would you like to do?
We're running
Running where?
away.
Away from these things. Towards some sort
Towards
of
the
shelter.
university? It was tracking towards the university, right?
No, the giant egg is going into like past the tower into the water, right?
Mhm.
Somewhere south of you.
Yeah.
South of it's not going to make landfall where you're at for sure.
Okay. But some of them are going to hit right near us, right?
Yes.
Let's look for some higher ground and get to the higher ground.
Well, there's the tower we could get to.
That's what
I feel like
maybe?
there's a possibly that's where all of our answers are going to be.
Probably.
And now.
Until puts Picton on top of his head and is like,
Lead the way.
All right.
I just kind of like lean forward and like with my arm right by your face, just like point.
So you two just start sprinting off towards the tower. And as Picton is kind of like keeping an eye out since you're running, you do see it looks like there's one that is coming at you, and it is most likely going to impact somewhere near the tower that you are going to. So there is something is headed that direction. You do start to hear the little as little bitty rocks start falling on the area around you, and you're all pelted with little stones from here and there. And as you're running, you do hear one way off to your left, on the to the east of your where you guys are at. As something very large hits some stone somewhere off in the distance, and then shortly thereafter you hear another as something hits far off to the other side, and then another one makes a hit behind you, until finally you guys are pretty close to where the tower is, and at the very top of the tower you see actually this giant stone smash into a like sidewall of the tower. Somehow it continues to stand. Nothing like but a large just section of the tower just comes clean off, and right in front of it in this giant courtyard another egg-sized stone appears to have fallen, and it pops open.
Oh no.
My gosh. Is it a chicken? Is it a chicken this time?
I'm waiting to see
Jimmy Neutron, the giant chicken.
We're gonna take like a 5-minute pause. Does anybody need a break? This is the time to do it because we're gonna wait. Does anybody want to donate to choose their fight? What they're going to fight?
Choose our monster.
5-minute
Come
break.
on, donate.
You guys can donate right now to choose what they are going to fight right now.
Donate
Do it.
for the children.
I mean, it can be a giant chicken if you want it to be.
Cute baby.
What the
A
babes.
giant baby green goblin person.
With the baby.
Totally not Yoda.
Also, yes, no more mimics.
Yeah, no more mimics.
No, please no.
No more mimics.
Or mind flayers. Watch them choose a Tarrasque or something.
Mimic
All
chicken.
right. I've
Chicken
never
Tarrasque.
thought of Tarrasque.
Chicken
Oh my
Tarrasque.
goodness, it's
Chicken
good.
Tarrasque.
Oh god.
Yes. Yes.
Or what was
yes,
it?
yes.
Critical Role did the Duck Cthulhu, so it
Yes.
had the tentacles.
Yes.
We got
We
some.
just fight Bones' patron.
Yes.
You want to be my patron DM? How much is that?
I'm down.
I think it was one live stream where the guy was he was a warlock and he had a pact with Celine Dion or something.
Yeah.
My heart will go on.
My heart will go on. For my patron.
Well,
We both can fit on the door, I can assure you.
I'll scoot over just for you.
Unfortunately for you guys, everybody in chat wants mimics, so I'm hoping.
Well, if you want it, donate for it.
Yeah,
then.
you gotta
if they
donate for it.
Yeah, you can talk all you want.
Also, what kind of mimic is it? Is not another Bob Ross, but
Not
what
another
is
Bob
it?
Ross.
We've heard. We've got mimic chickens in chat. We've got mimic coin of some kind.
Okay.
Yeah, chicken mimic keeps. Shut up, CA. It's not going to be a chicken mimic. Shut up.
Yay, why would you do this to me?
The whole planet is a mimic.
Why? I don't want to let it happen. I don't want to. Who said that? Let it happen. No, I don't want to let this happen.
You come to find out, James's brain wasn't just taken; it was replaced with a mimic.
Yeah.
Oh no!
There's a mimic inside his
Oh
head.
no!
Oh my goodness.
I'm waiting. Come on, what is this? Let's
It's gonna be mimics of the party. How about that? We're fighting ourselves.
Oh god.
Platypus mimic.
Crazy.
Platypus.
Let's get. Do we have numbers?
Come on, everyone. We are about to go into our last little bit. What are we fighting?
Yeah,
Come
we're
on.
so close to the goal. We can die
us.
and get the thing.
You can die as long
Goal.
as
We can
And
die
die.
and get the thing.
Do both.
Pineapple mimic.
Oh
Oh,
gosh.
pineapple pizza.
Pineapple pizza mimic.
might be onto something there.
Mm.
A
I
pineapple
love
chicken.
this. That I can get behind. How did you die in your D&D game? Oh, I
Well-
got killed by a pineapple pizza mimic.
Hmm.
No.
They are deadly delicious.
And deadly sweet.
Mm.
We're gonna take one
We got
more.
pineapple mimic. Come on, but we gotta take donations.
Yeah, what's
Guy, your
Money.
Well,
Get
the
us
children-
over the end here. Come
money?
on, push. Let's do this.
Are we going? Are we gunning for 30 or are we gunning for 1? What's the plan here? We can do this.
Pizza
we-
mimic. Dak, you can do this. You can make this happen. I will let them fight a pizza mimic, but you got to do it. And
For
you have to
just a
specify.
simple donation.
You have to
too
specify
can make this
the
baby
right
very
pizza
happy.
with pineapple on it, or the fraud without pineapple.
Frog.
Oh, you can settle this once or for all. Does
Yeah.
pizza belong on pineapple? I know people
Does
There
pizza
you go.
belong? Does
Feel-
pizza belong on
Take a
pineapple?
slice
Yeah.
of pineapple, put the
Feel-
on
Oh
it.
wow!
Yeah.
Is it
Totally
Pay the
reverse.
money,
Is it real?
and you're right. If you
Yep.
whoever pays
Just-
the money.
Just for a simple donation, you too can settle this.
You can settle
argument
this
that's
debate
been
Right.
forever.
But also, you can also make the babies happy. I'm trying to do like the ASPCA commercials that come on when they know you're alone. And for 29
Maybe the big
cents.
pizza mimic has little pineapple pieces as little mimics on it.
Oh God.
Team white.
For 59 cents, you too can make sure that we find a pineapple pizza.
I am sending out a distress call.
Do
Come
it.
on, you guys. There's 23 people watching. Everyone
Come on.
donates
You can do
just a
this.
little
You
bit.
can do this.
We can meet our goal.
We will do a
23
communal.
people donate $5. Do it now.
Yeah.
How much is left?
I'm looking right now. Where
It was like 62 a little
It's
bit
like
ago.
60 or 70 something.
Yeah.
out of our 1250, we currently have $1,188 raised.
If each of you just put in just a little bit, or even just put a distress call out.
We need
Then hey.
$62, guys. $62. That is it. If we can get $62, then as a whole, even if you can't do the whole thing and you can't choose whatever it is, if we get over the hump of $62, I will get them a special surprise. of my.
Ooh.
We
It makes a lot
will.
of things.
I will let you guys choose the. We will essentially find $62 can murder this crew if you want that to happen.
No.
So let's see what happens. No.
That's 5. We're so close.
We are so close. And
Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do the thing. You know you want to.
I will. If we 60, I will match 30 of that.
Yeah.
Myself, if we make it to, I can donate to the other team. Oh, I feel bad because my team's like $9 away.
Oh.
But whatever. Yeah, I will match. I'll match it.
Okay.
But only, yeah.
So if we can get $30 towards our goal, then we get the extra 30, right? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I got my hand.
That's
on
like
the
$1.
donate button.
That's like $1 a person.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You got $2. You got some spare change.
Dun 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 dun.
Well, while we're waiting, who are we donating to?
We're donating
Yes.
to Reach Out and Read. So
And what do they do?
That's a good question. I prepared a lot of things. I did not prepare that speech.
They make sure that children have the ability or resources in terms of books and other storytelling outlets as well. And also, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe it also works with different schools that may not have a library or have a bigger expansion. So they pair up with different schools that might need more books or other resources. But they put a big emphasis on storytelling just because it is so important. So many of us find therapy from it. It's a way to express ourselves, but it's also a way to leave a lasting mark on the world in a way. That's one of the reasons I think many of us love D&D. So it is a really great cause, and it's something that's near and dear, I think, to everyone's hearts. So please, hi, Kat. Please donate what you can. But if you can't, send a tweet out or share the stream, share the page. Believe me, I understand. Life is hard, but every little bit helps. And we're just doing amazing
and
work.
You can
and
find out a lot more at reachoutandread.org.
Yes.
All
That was
letters. Reach out.
I was trying to give you the Cliff version to Chet.
I got you.
We provide
got your
educational
research.
materials at checkups, at pediatrician clinics, at any sort of like wellness clinic. Anytime that kids go and see their doctor, they get reading education, and that includes books, different resources on how to teach your kids how to read early, all those sorts of things. So it's super good.
Your donations are also important because my cat is currently trying to eat the Baby Yoda and my dice. So please save my dice.
You teach Baby Yoda how to read, he'll learn how to use spells, and then he can attack the cat back.
Please help us. We're just trying to make some money for resources.
Okay, we're going to begin this next fight. If you want to be a part of it, you got to donate. We just got a donation. We did just get a donation.
So I got to do it then. All right, cool.
Hold on. Yeah, we did. We just got $30 in donations.
Woo! Now.
Yeah.
For more mimics. All right, we got from $15 for more mimics. So we are almost there. We need $15 more in order to get to our match. $15 to get to our match, but that's fine. So there will be more mimics. That is an absolute certainty. So
yes,
this is going to be our fight. Okay, so as you guys approach the tower in the center of this giant courtyard out in front, beautifully manicured lawn with this giant section of the tower now fallen on it, and this big, what was once a fountain, has been just demolished by this giant egg. And as it cracks open, you see a series of small, oozing creatures kind of make their way out of the egg itself, and you look as they kind of take in their surroundings, and they just start to rise and take on some kind of a form. One of them you see takes on what looks like kind of a looks very similar to one of your companions, but with large horns. The other one looks to have kind of a scaly exterior with kind of a shimmery tone to it, kind of oily, slicked. And the other two appear to have taken some kind of inert form. You're not sure exactly what it's like. They almost like like stones, but they just don't look quite natural. They shimmer and move as you're watching them. With that, one of them
donated my 3360. Not a liar. It's on there. So we're still like $3 short. So somebody
come on, guys. We're so close.
Thanks, Matt.
Whoa. Yeah,
Thank
we
you
are
so
very, very,
much.
very close. Very, very, very close. We need one more donation before the end of this stream, and we will be done. Actually, hold on. Let's see. We also had another anonymous $15. Let's just check.
All right.
We're at
$13.
$13 to meet our goal, and we are done. Okay, so the one with the one that's currently facing you guys looks at you.
We did it.
Yeah, we
1,
did
2, 5,
it.
3. 1, 2, 5, 3. Yes!
Yeah, we have met our goal. We are over we
Yes.
are over it. We did it. Okay, sweet.
I'm I'm more nervous though.
What do I get? What do I $30? Do I just get more mimics in my face?
you get to be a mimic.
I get good stuff, right?
Yeah,
For me,
you made your match. I'm gonna say you get to choose how you are going to use your patron and your abilities to maximize this fight. What happens next?
I have all the invocations, and my Eldritch Blast is the best Eldritch Blast. It's a D. It's a D. My Eldritch Blasts are D20s.
Whoa.
Okay, you actually you seeing this like weird extraterrestrial, like it's not even like natural, but you just go like you kind of reach down deep and you're like, dude, this is weird, and you feel the power of your patron kind of reach up inside of you, and you feel like A, I could probably breathe underwater right now, but B, you
Too
have
late now.
you feel this max power energy pop into you, so you are at maximum power right now. So with that, the one in front of you, the what look like two kind of amorphous looking blobs, kind of.
Oh wait! Hold on.
Yes.
You can all fly now.
Oh yeah. And with a snap, everybody just starts to be. You guys can now control your own flight.
Whoa, cows can fly.
Are you gonna go over the moon?
I don't know. Does that thing count?
And so
I'll count it.
you guys see in front of you one of what you guys thought was kind of like amorphous blob creature things. Slowly, they kind of amass into this one thing and start to rise off the ground. And you see as an eyeball turns to you, and attached to it are all of these little tendril-y looking hands that end in these kind of almost curved looking, almost like a flower petal kind of thing, very wilted, but they have little kind of hairy spindles on the end. You're not entirely sure what it is. It looks really weird.
You're here to help. Don't worry about it.
But the one that looks semi cow-like turns to you, James, and charges.
I lower my head in response.
So that is a 22 to hit.
No.
It charges you and makes a gore attack with its horns, and it does. Where's that? 2d8. No. 14 points of piercing damage with its horns, and I need you to make a strength check.
Strength check of 12.
12. You fail, and as it it gores you with the horns, and then pulls out and reaches up. This giant tongue reaches out from its stomach and reaches out towards you and grabs you. This is a mini-mimic. It is a minotaur mimic.
Mini-mimic. Mini-mimic-mimic-tar.
That is now initiative.
Mimi-mimi-tar-tar.
Really? Really? You were doing so great.
I did good.
I did good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good teamwork. We hit hard.
Yeah. Team smashing things.
Team smash the thing.
Okay.
I'll go low, you go high, okay?
20
I
for
have an
20.
artillery piece on my head.
20 to 25. None.
We
Okay.
didn't do that good.
15 to 20.
18.
18. 19.
I'm going to do these blasts. That's all there is to it.
I'm going to vote Picton goes first between the two of us.
Okay.
And 10 to 15.
13.
Okay. 5 to 10.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Nat ones.
Jordan.
I got a 1, but I have a -1 for my initiative. So
It's
a 0.
0. How nice.
Wow. You have no initiative.
I'm a 0.
Okay. And so okay. Sean, what was yours?
18.
18.
I was just really not prepared for this. I'm a little hungover.
I'm a little hungover.
I'm a little hungover.
Okay. Matt, you're up.
All right. This is so nice.
Who are you attacking?
Say what?
Who are
He
you
doesn't even know
attacking?
yet. He's just like, I just want to roll the dice.
Oh, doesn't even matter. So I'm going to attack. I'm going to get behind. I'm going to kite back, and then the closest one, the Minotaur. I get. What's the biggest threat looking like really here?
There is a giant eyeball with random like tentacly stalks coming out of it, or there is a mini-mimic.
Oh, God. That mimic sounds like trouble, so I'll kite back and blast that. So then I got a for real. Okay then. So one is a 16.
Hits.
Okay, cool. And then one is a nat 1. So but the point is, the one that I hit with, yeah, that's this is nice. That's 16 damage.
16 damage. All right.
Force damage. D20. It's better than D10 sometimes.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That said, on that nat 1, go ahead and roll me damage with with your d20. Did you hear me? Matt, roll damage with your d20.
Alright, then what? Plus anything?
What's the total?
With what? Plus what?
Your Eldritch Blast. Your damage.
Blast
For Eldritch
damage.
Blast.
Oh, that's what it was.
No, for the second one. The one that missed. The natural one.
Oh, the one that missed, that would have been 8 damage.
8 damage. James, take 8 points of damage.
Oh,
Friendly fire.
He does. You hit. You're like, that definitely hit. What it hit was the tongue that's attached to his arm currently. It's all good. Okay. That brings us to Sean. You're up.
No, Picton.
Okay, Maria, you're up.
Me, I'm on top of an orc. Okay.
Also, hi DM Corey, thank you for joining us. Yay!
Hello, DM Corey.
Yay! DM Corey.
We hit our goal. Woo!
We
Sorry.
did. Woo! I have. Okay. So for thematic purposes, because I am small boy, I would like with Yentil's consent have had my javelins that I have stowed upon Yentil.
Deal.
You may
Perfect.
have them on
I will
your-
then take 2 of them and hurl them towards the Minotaur, because I believe that is the biggest threat right now.
Okay, hurling away.
Okay. And I don't think rage hurling is a thing. Well, raging is a thing, but reckless hurling
I
rather.
hurl
I mean,
angrily.
you can reckless
very
hurl. I
mad.
don't see any reason why not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just okay. Well, it's technically reckless is advantage on melee weapon attacks.
Okay, fair
Well, that's
enough.
fine. I can rage throw though, so I will do that.
Yeah.
I'll rage.
Do it.
Okay.
Throw the chunkla.
So, 2 javelins. First attack with the javelin is going to be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
And then followed by a second javelin is 23 to hit.
Hits.
All right. So that's going to be 20 points of piercing damage from these 2 javelins.
Nice.
Nice.
Fantastic. Okay. And it is now. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Sean.
Think about that.
All right. So just out of character question, I'm going to go attack the eyeball. Is this thing a fiend?
I would say you need to probably make an Arcana or a Nature check to figure that out.
I don't need Yentil to know. I'm just curious.
Oh.
'Cause it affects the mechanics.
Mechanic wise, I can tell you mechanic wise you don't have to worry about it. But if Yentil needs to know, then
Cool. I'm going to. He's going to run up with his flail and try to like squish this eyeball.
okay.
Do
He's
it.
going to attack twice. Wow, those are both 18s on the die.
Deal. Hits.
Okay. He's going to use Divine Smite
Yes.
for
Smite
both
it.
of them.
Do it.
So the first attack.
Wow.
Oh my. That is 23 damage.
23.
10 of it is radiant.
Okay. Noted.
And the second one is going to be 18. 8 of it is radiant.
Okay, and what kind of attack is this? Are you hitting with a melee weapon?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay.
Whop, whop.
I'm just holding on to your head.
On your First strike, you take 3 points of lightning damage. And on your second strike, you take 9 points of lightning damage.
Ooh.
Got it.
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
As I am currently affixed to the top of Yentl's head, does that do anything to me?
It does not, as far as you can tell. It appears that when something strikes it, you do notice the intense charge of electricity, but when you strike it with something metal or something that can channel electricity, it appears to down into it. You are just lucky enough that you're on top of leather armor that's kind of keeping you at a little bit of out of harm's way. But definitely is that kind of situation where you do feel a little bit of a tingle as you're on top of his shoulders.
Tingly.
That
spurs my rage.
All right. It is the Minimimic's turn, so it is going to take a swing with its axe at as far as people close by, it's still just James because nobody else has gone after it close by.
It has 2 javelins in it now. You could use those.
They actually appear to like they went in and they appear to be like slowly integrating into it.
But I wanted those back.
That's mine.
I'll just take those off my inventory forever.
That is a 22 to hit.
Hits.
Okay.
I don't like that. That's a bad kind of damage. The kind.
That is a 13 points of slashing damage. And I need you to roll a strength athletics check. There.
$18.
Fantastic. You are not being pulled into its toothy maw.
Yay.
Toothy Maw!
Small blessings. Oh, and by the way, I'm using my reaction to use uncanny
dodge.
What is it?
To half damage.
Have that damage. I forgot I had that last fight.
Good plan. Good plan.
I still think the 50-something damage, even halved, would have probably still brained you.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty rough.
It was a big brain chomp.
Oh yeah, that would have been done anyway.
Okay, it is now your turn, James.
All right. Since it's got me by one arm, I will use my free arm to draw my rapier and thematically stab at its tongue. And since nothing else is within 5 feet of me other than that creature, I still don't need advantage on the attack to get my sneak attack.
Yeah.
23 armor class.
Hits.
Oh, that damage.
18 points of damage.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Tasty damage.
Yeah. I can't do anything with my bonus action because it still has a hold of me unless you let me make a...
I was gonna say you can use your action to try to break free. You're still grappled, so you can't move, but everything else is the same.
Okay.
You just are aware that it is going to attempt on its turn to try to eat you some more next turn.
Okay, can I use my bonus action to do an acrobatics to try and break free?
I would say that would take your action to break free for that. But
all right, well, I used it to attack, so then that's me done.
Okay. You take another 2 points of piercing damage. It is it's trying to nom you and it's failing pretty hard. It's gumming you really intensely.
Like a possum.
Okay, it is the Death Kiss's turn.
Oh,
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I thought it was a terrible name.
What?
No, one more time.
What?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Nom, 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 nom,
You
nom.
said a name. I have never heard that before. I don't know who you're talking about. That can't be
Night-night.
somebody who's next to us.
It's
Somebody say night-night kisses.
it is real close to Sean and to Maria at the moment. So it gets 3 tentacle attacks.
Oh no!
Oh God, seriously.
I'm going to use my reaction to give it disadvantage against my buddy Picton.
Okay. Okay, that is definitely okay.
Can I use my reaction to swear at it?
Okay, does a 10 hit, Sean?
No.
No. Okay, disadvantage now on the attack against Maria, which is amazing. Does a 16 hit you?
That's my AC.
Oh dang it! That was a low roll. I'm sorry.
No,
it rolled an
it's
18
fine.
the first time. It rolled an 8 the second time.
It's fine.
And
Don't worry, I can take it. I have a max
Okay.
of 62 HP. I'm okay.
You take 9
that.
points of piercing damage, and
Thank goodness I'm raging.
you are grappled.
That's not great.
You are restrained, and but you are taking up one of its 3 tentacle attacks. It cannot
Yay.
use that to attack anybody else. Again, it's going to take another tentacle attack at Sean though, because it can,
Because you're big.
and it natural ones.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
queen.
Torm on my side, man. Can't
yeah.
hit
I got hot sauce in my
It's
bag.
bad. It's
I got hot sauce.
Okay. It is now Jordan's turn.
Hi, my name is Kyra. I would like to cast the spiritual weapon. So you see that phoenix pop out, and I would like to hit the one that's currently trying to gnaw on James, if I can.
Yes, you may.
All right, that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Hits.
All right. And
So chewy.
Tough like beef jerky.
Yeah.
you strong like ox. That is going to be 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage
Okay.
Ooh.
for that. And then what was I gonna do? I was also I'll hit it, even though I'll hit. I'll use a crossbow attack.
Go for
See
it.
if I can at the mimic that's against Jan.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 14.
Okay. 14 to hit.
Yes.
It just misses.
All right. And that's all I will do.
Okay. It's Matt's turn, and he's gone. Matt.
Oh
No.
Matt!
Mr. Bonds.
The.
Oh, and
He's
there
back.
he is. He's
Hello.
back.
Sorry. Yeah, same one. Other glass. So that is a 14 to hit and a 10 to hit.
14 and 10 totals.
That's it. That's well to hit. Yeah, 14 total and 10 for
Neither one hits.
Oh.
Oh no.
I'm very sorry. But you are flying super fancy. Like it is
Oh, right. We
legit
can all
the
fly.
best flying you've done in a while.
Yeah, fly.
We can all fly.
Yeah, you can.
Fly.
Yeah,
You're flying
literally
so
all
well,
flying.
you're not even used to it. You're just like,
I've never flown before.
never been this powerful.
Yeah.
Naturals.
So, it is Maria's turn. You're currently on the shoulders of your friend as he is flying through the air, keeping you really close to this really scary looking thing, and it currently has a hold of you.
Okay. I'm going to, for free, drop my rage
Okay.
so that I can then cast a spell, one of my Svrfnibblings magics. And I'm going to cast blindness on this eyeball.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Cast away.
Ugh, okay. Blindness is a saving throw. Constitution saving throw, which is, I think, intelligence is. Oh well, that's not. It's not a high DC.
14.
A 14. 14 does succeed.
Okay.
So it's not blind. Well, I tried. That's fine.
Worth a shot.
It was worth a shot, and it's totally fine. Okay, so that was my action. So then, as a bonus action, well, in Undercommon, I'm just gonna say some foul words. And then I'm just gonna rage again as a bonus action.
Okay. You
Yes,
rage
if someone
again as you
someone
curse
donates
damn
$5, I will say Schnurf Nerf Neblin correctly.
There we go. Come on, $5.
$5. That's easy. You can do this. You can do this.
I'll do it just for you.
A coffee or something that you're gonna really enjoy.
For a precious moment.
Exactly.
So
Just makes me think those little figurines.
Yes.
that brings us to Sean's turn.
Okay. Yantil is going to second hand burst, same as the first. Bah, bah. He's going to attack the eyeball again. Doesn't even care if it's hurting him. That is literally, I am not kidding,
Not.
2 natural 20s.
Hey!
Yeah. That's the
Nice.
way to do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mace to the face.
That has never happened to me ever.
You should smite. You should
I'm definitely going to
smite.
smite.
Double smite.
Double
smite. Roll
Smite,
all the
smite.
dice.
Smitty smites.
Smites.
Smitty, are you there? Smitty, can you smite?
Smitty smite. Smitty smite.
Anything?
All right, here we go. Rolling up that beautiful bean footage. All right, so that's going to be 19 for
Okay.
the first attack.
This is my first.
That's not double.
No, this is my first
Oh.
home rule. So I play brutal criticals, which means that your first damage dice is max damage.
Yes.
Okay, so
Nice.
the first one.
Yeah, so you rolled, the roll damage is your roll damage, but then you also add on top of that the max damage for that dice.
For all the dice or just one of them?
All the dice instead of doubling them, you do max damage on one die, and the second die you roll normally. So you'd only get to roll once, but you get to do a maximum. One roll counts as max for each die. So you did how much damage on the first one?
14.
14 plus max damage on all those dice.
Oh.
Okay.
So you do max damage and then you roll.
Yes. One
Aha.
dice is one set of, so the first time instead of rolling, you just count out your max damage.
So
Okay,
if it's
so I'm
2d6,
rolling-
you do a max of 12.
I'm rolling
Yes.
4d8.
So
So
a total of 32 plus your
Yeah.
14.
And plus the 14.
Okay.
Holy moly.
Okay.
Against the
How
minimum.
about that? How about that second crit though?
Yeah,
No,
against
he's up at the eyeball.
against
Okay.
the eyeball.
we're up
Or
at the eye.
against the eyeball. Against the eyeball. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going.
Okay, so
And that second crit though,
Yeah,
the
that's
second crit. I'm gonna roll that one up.
the 34 plus like 700, right?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's
Oh, this is beautiful.
29 and then 32.
Oh,
Jeez.
oh,
The
my
big
goodness.
So
numbers.
I'm gonna say he's swinging his flail and it just like lights up like the sun, and he just whoop, boom, like as he hits it, it explodes in these like big radiant bursts. As he hits it.
Picton squeezes their eyes real tight because lived underground for a really long time. That's very bright.
He
So-
says, "You should have worn sunglasses."
You do also take 12 points of lightning.
That's fine. I'm all right with this.
But you
I have
also
plenty of health.
literally like it's like you do this giant swing, and this just huge ball of light essentially is like following, and you realize as you're looking at it, you're kind of like, what? Like you just catch it at the right moment, and you're like, it actually the fist is like full fist is just bright, and it hits it right square dead in the center of the eye, and you just like, that was a great hit, and you go to swing again, and you do it one more time, and you just see this thing actually like floating in midair. You actually see it physically like moved for like down towards the ground as it just gets pummeled once and then twice, and you just see out of the corner of the eyes, you actually see like it becomes this giant bloodshot red iris, and it looks really bad. It is a really big hit.
I got some Visine for you.
Yeah. Visine. Clear eyes. Damn.
Woohoo!
Nice.
That,
Nice.
That was something. So
And that's my turn.
Yes,
Get
was
it.
something.
yeah, I was gonna say, do you have more attacks you want to do, or
You know, if I
bonus
had more,
action.
I'd love to do some. But I
it is now Minimimic's turn, and it swings at James yet again for a 21.
Yes.
Okay.
It sounds like such an Eeyore.
I guess.
Oh, he's my cousin.
11 points of slashing damage, and make that strength saving or strength. I'm sorry, the athletics check.
Why, buddy?
All right.
You find you're dead. Narwhal.
Also 21.
Okay, you take a whopping 2 points of piercing damage as it is still unsuccessfully nomming you. How the hell is this possible?
The
Because
other one
I
was
am
too
using
successful.
uncanny dodge to have that first attack.
Nice. Okay.
So I actually have 50
Bless
hit points
you.
left. That uncanny dodge is saving my butt right now. I have 15 hit points left.
Ooh.
That
Hashtag rogues.
And now it's your turn, James.
All right, so thematically speaking, we are still flying, correct?
Yes. Well, you can
Okay.
fly if you had a move speed.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
does being
Yeah.
grappled count as...
Yeah, you're
Grappling you,
yeah,
it's
your speed
zero.
is 0.
All right, never mind. I was gonna
You can fly 0 feet though.
I was gonna like fly up half my movement and fly back down and slam it, but you know, if we can't move, that's okay. We'll just go stabby again for a 18
Hits.
armor class.
Poke the bunny.
Machine
I
gun.
poked the butt.
24 points of damage from the rapier.
24 points.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Woo!
You're not taking me out to pasture a second time. Stab, stab, stab. I got diamonds for brains, bastard. Stab, stab, stab.
Yeah.
It does not look very healthy on either side. The mouth that's currently holding you like at its stomach level, it looks pretty ragged. The Minotaur does not look very happy by any of this either. It's really just wanting you to please die so it can stop being attached to you.
You can let go at any time. It's not like I'm holding your
never let
hand,
go.
damn it. Stab, stab.
I'll never let go.
It is now the Death Kiss's turn. It is real pissed.
Oh no!
But it's going to respond first by looking at Maria, who is still currently being held by it, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
You have a +2 to your saving throws, by the way. I have not been
that's
using my
good.
aura.
That brings my saving throw from a 9 to an 11.
Okie then.
It's fine. It's fine. It's too many dice. It's not fine anymore.
And he's like,
You take 29 points of lightning damage.
Oh,
Ouch.
Okay.
And you see as the bloodshot corners of its eyes start to... the blood seems to be kind of going back into a normal state.
Well, we can't have that now, can we?
oh no. No healing there.
Oh, no.
You're not allowed to do that.
Okay.
Deny.
Okay.
Deny.
Okay. Yeah, it was looking pretty hurt. It still looks pretty hurt, but it is much happier now that it knows that it has a source of regeneration. It is going to attack. Sean's going to attack you, and that is a. That is a 26.
No, he misses. Yeah. I hear.
Okay. Okay, you take 13 points of... No, I'm sorry. 15 points of piercing damage. And you are currently grappled as well. And you are restrained at that location.
Oh no.
Ooh, auto grapple.
Ouch. And...
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
It is going to use its movement to actually... It's going to fly over... yeah, it's going to be Jordan. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Hi, my name is Kyra. Please don't hit me.
Kyra.
Kyra, please don't hit me. I'm a trifling cleric.
21 point. They're 21 to hit.
No, of course that doesn't hit. Yes, yes it does.
Not today.
I'll be blocked.
8 points, up to 12 points of piercing damage, and you are also grappled. And it is.
I would like to hellish rebuke this person that just attacked me.
Okay.
I blow.
And what is the save?
The spell save. It is a dex of 14.
Mm-hmm. It does not save.
Kill it.
All right. Do you want it to come closer to see me? All right. I'll make sure you see me nice and good. All right. That is going to be 18 points of damage.
Yeah.
Say hello to my little friend.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
This is a tough fight. Jordan, it's your turn. You are currently restrained by this creature.
Alrighty. Can I hit it with my spiritual weapon?
You can.
I would like to hit it with my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
That is going to be a dirty 20.
Okay. That hits.
Sweet. Alright. Taste the fury of my spiritual weapon. Which is over.
Taste my spiritual weapon. It does not taste like
taste
cake.
the rainbow. 3d8 plus. Oh yes, that's 12 points because I got an 8. 12 points of radiant damage.
Yeah.
Rainbow, harmful if swallowed.
Okie dokie.
That's
Dun, 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 dun,
that was my
dun.
bonus action. I'm grappled. Can I try and get out of it and use that as my action?
Yes, you may use your action to try to free yourself.
All right, it's a strength check.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, my strength is that.
It would be athletics.
Athletics. That's gonna be a 14.
Okay. It rolled a 20.
Oh. Okay. I'll stay here for the moment. I'll allow it.
We're back.
That's it for me.
We're back at the top of the round with Matt. I think you're muted.
You are muted, my man.
Sorry. Minotaur, again, I stay flying around and shooting at it where it can't get me. I got a 22 and 18 to hit.
Both hit.
Awesome. All right, so then I got a
Super War
21 and a 11, so 21, 32 damage.
32 damage.
Woo!
with
The
a cantrip.
D20 instead of D10's finally paying off for a second there. Like, why did you go with double D10? But no, I just really like rolling.
Okay,
D20.
you notice that part of the mouth that was holding James appears to have let go. It is released. And the same thing. It kind of sloughs off of the primary creature, and looks kind of to have kind of fallen off to one side in this kind of blackish ichor. The Minotaur is now noticing you could say.
That's why I'm flying.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the idea.
Let's see.
I'd still rather not notice me, don't get me wrong.
That brings us to Mariah.
Hello. Okay. So still eyeball. Eyeball still has.
Yes.
Okay.
Is stuck.
Is stuck. Eyeball stuck. Okay. How does this eyeball look? How's it looking? Is it looking as bad as it was before it like
Yeah, you imagine it probably your friend did some damage,
Okay.
so it may have recovered some, but
Okay. Cool. Is it within reach of my staff?
yeah, you are. It has actually.
That's fine.
I would say no, not
No,
with the
okay.
staff.
Okay.
You could.
Cool.
That's a tough one because it has a. It's keeping you at a distance, but you could try throwing something at it.
I have things to throw. I will. Thematically speaking, I will try to pop this balloon with my last two javelins.
Hey.
Yeah.
So we're gonna throw them all for one, just in case I do really well. Okay. Dirty 20 to hit
Nice.
for 9 points of piercing damage for that one.
Nice.
Okay.
If that does not pop the eye,
It is not
then
popped.
22 to hit for the second.
Hits.
And 9 points of piercing damage again.
Very cool.
It did not appreciate being stabbed, but it is currently not dead.
Well, that's not the answer I wanted.
I'm not dead.
Okay. That's all I can do because I can't move.
Okay.
That's
Good job.
It is Sean's turn. Sean, what would you like
Oh
to do?
boy. You know.
you know.
I just want to hit it and stuff.
I just want to hit it with my flail.
Really hard.
Just like,
Can I just do what I just did again?
Again.
can I just
That was really fun.
destroy all these monsters?
Oh no. Well, if last round was all the luck, this was the bad.
No, that's not what you're supposed to do.
Let's see. That is going to be a 14
Does
to hit
not
the
hit.
eyeball. Then I miss and miss again.
Dang. It is its turn.
Well,
He's grabbed
Well,
by it. And
It
he's
was
just
sorry.
nice knowing all that.
it's Minimumic's turn, actually. So the Minotaur is going to take. It's now unencumbered. It's going to take 2 strikes at James.
Oh no.
The first one misses.
No,
And the second one is a 26.
Oh.
Also a miss.
Surprise.
Surprise, but
21 points of slashing damage.
oof.
Thank goodness for uncanny dodge.
He is
So that takes it down to what, like 11 points of damage?
10.
All right. So I have 4 hit points left.
Nice. Still up, sucker.
And we're making for the stabby if his turn is done.
Yep.
All right.
Baby.
Move on over. I'm going out in a blaze of glory. Ooh, I rolled an 18 on that die to hit. So
Just make sure you don't become a blazing saddle.
it's funny. I'm the bull, but you're the one with a passenger. For 21 points of damage.
21.
21.
All right.
And drinking potions is a bonus action, correct?
Yeah, that's easy.
All right. I will take a bonus action to use the potions I keep forgetting I had.
That last one, you're like that looked like it took a pretty bad hit. It is not looking very good. Also seems to have worked better now that it is no longer being sheathed by the mimic. And that brings us to the Death Kiss's turn. It is going to use all 3 of its available attacks to drain the life from each of you. So I need
Reaction disadvantage for Picton.
I need a Constitution saving throw from all 3 of you that are currently being grappled.
Haha, not me. Not
A
me.
natural 20.
Very nice.
9.
Oh no.
18.
18.
Are you about to kill me, Chet?
20 with the +2, I guess.
Well, okay, so
And you can be a second member of the club, killed by Chet.
The Killed by Chet Club. Welcome. We have many amenities, including diamonds.
okay.
Beautiful green pastures.
So
Second brains.
Jordan,
Correct.
Yeah.
you take 32 points of
Ouch.
lightning damage. Let's see.
1 hit point. Cool.
Wow.
And everybody else takes half.
Half of what?
Half of 32.
32.
So
16.
16.
Everybody else?
No, the grappled folks. So yeah,
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's
It's just a scratch.
I have a baker's dozen. That's what I got. That's what I got. A baker's dozen of hit points.
It's fine.
It's totally fine. I don't know what you're worrying about.
Oh, I should probably roll because my concentration on my spiritual weapon's gone.
you don't have to concentrate on spiritual weapon, but you
Oh, I don't.
bless if you still have bless on anybody.
No, I didn't have
No,
it
bless
up.
was
I
yesterday.
didn't cast it.
Spiritual weapon is just there from here
Okay,
on out.
cool.
And that is the end of its turn. It seems to have regained some of its vitality. It still doesn't look great. Jordan, it is your turn.
All right. No, I wasn't sure. Some DMs make spiritual weapon concentration based, so that's why I wasn't sure. All right, that's even better. Okay. I'm not liking that, so I'm gonna hit it with my spiritual weapon because that wasn't very nice.
Okay.
Natural 20. Yeah.
So your spiritual weapon is D8. So it's 8 plus what?
8 plus would be the die, right? Oh, 8 plus 4. So 16 plus 4 is 20.
Okay.
All right.
Let's steal
And
something out
then,
of Matt's playbook.
Ouch, ouch. And then your action.
My action, I would like to preserve life. So I'm going to split 30 HP between everyone.
Nice.
So let's see. Can someone do math for me? 'Cause my
Yes.
brain's a
What is
little
your-
bit
You want to
fried.
do it evenly between everyone?
What is your available range? I'm curious on that. spell.
I have 30 hit points to split between the party.
I meant what's the range on the ability? Is it like 30 feet, 60 feet? What's the deal there?
But then 30 feet.
Okay, I would say you split it amongst the three of you guys as far as where you're closest to, because the other two are fully engaged with the other entity.
Okay.
So 10
each of us
points
will get
each.
10.
Mm-hmm.
10 points
that just
each.
makes things faster.
No, that's perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep.
All right, and that'll be it for me.
Okay. It is back to Matt's turn.
All right. So this freaking Minotaur.
Yep.
Oh, for real? Cool. All right. So I got a 16 and a 26 to hit.
How would you like to kill this Minotaur?
Yeah!
So I got 9, 10. Oh yeah, that is about probably. So yeah, 22 damage. So it's all mimicky looking and gross by now, right?
Yeah. So you notice that it's kind of a weird combination. It looks like not only was the mimic kind of emulating the thing, but you also get the feeling that this it kind of took over this Minotaur. So it was animating the body of this thing and acting for it. And
okay.
So yeah, this is
like a parasite.
Yeah,
I blast off. It's like I just straight back and blast its. Oh no, I still feel sorry. I blast its ears and horns off the side of it. And then that's its middle of its face too. So the middle of its face.
You just feel that surge of power again from your patron, and you actually just do the lean back like you're cut like very Matrix style, and just doof, 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 and you just chunks of it are just coming off all the way down, and you just take essentially you quarter this thing, and it just falls limp to the ground. It is this gross ichor covered creature. It was no longer a minotaur. This mimic had fully invaded every cell of this thing and created this whole other creature.
It's like a scene from The Thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that.
Are you holding a dog or a cat? I'm very confused.
That's a cat.
Okay, all I saw was a tail. And I
I just saw feet. I just saw feet.
That's a dog.
Obvious, you can't tell.
Mine are passed out over here.
That is.
It's a mimic. Yes.
A mimic cat.
Mimic kitty.
Then it is now. It is Mariah. You're up.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of done being held by this eyeball. I would like to not be held by this eyeball anymore.
Okay. So make a strength athletics check.
21.
1 second. Yeah, you successfully break out of the tentacle and you are free to move.
Okay.
Sean and James are doing the exact same.
Okay. Because that was my action, right?
It was, yes.
Okay.
Bonus action and movement.
Okay. Yes.
And you can fly.
Yeah. Oh, right. I can fly.
You can fly.
Bye.
Okay. What I would like to do then is it's just this eyeball that's left, right? I saw that the Minotaur is just Kaputski. Okay. I would like to fly around to the other side of the eye to give the flanking ability to my friends, who will in turn hit it, I'm sure.
Yay! You are doing so. It is Sean's turn.
Yay!
Yay!
You're flanking.
Flanking.
And and in melee range.
Okay, so let's roll the first attack first. Like you do.
Wait, like numbers.
Okay, that is a 16.
Hits.
Yes. Okay. Divine Smite. Last Divine Smite.
Schmatty schmates.
Smash, smash.
Smash.
Schmatty schmash schmash.
Smash, 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 smash.
Smash, smash.
Snurf, nerf, nev, nish, nish, nish,
Yes.
What is
For
this stream turning into?
Power.
This is what happens when you
smites.
game until 1 a.m. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, so that's going to be 15 damage. And then the other attack.
Finish him. Fatality.
Finish.
Did you say elephant damage? What?
Yes. Yes. It is elephant damage.
Well, I'm going to pause you right there. You smack it real good, and you notice at that point, you actually see kind of this like blank like facade come over the giant eyeball. And it is physically stunned. With your final strike, you realize it requires no major hit. You just whack, and you can coup de grace this thing. How do you want to kill it?
Eyeball.
All right. He sees the look, like the daze and the clouding over of the eye. He goes,
Yep. That's the effect of no UVC protection.
and he just smacks it and pops this eye. Literally, like his flail goes into it, and it just like bursts, and all this fluid comes like spewing back at him.
Yet again, your flail just on it today, and the fist full force goes into the eyeball, out the backside, and just keeps on going and drives, like as you're flying, drives all of you
Just
down
like,
to the ground. Yeah, you
move to the side.
Exactly. And Jordan, you actually feel yourself like kind of pulled down, but you just settle onto the ground as this thing loses its strength to grasp you.
I'm okay.
And they are dead.
Yes.
You guys now look out onto to the horizon to the south, past that tower. You see the water stretching on around you, and you just look and you wait. You see that the thing that was in the sky is no longer there. During your fight, it looks like something has happened, and it is gone out of the sky. But in its place, there seems to be way off the distance a rising smoke, and you feel the ground beneath you shudder, and you realize that whatever it was made landfall somewhere. And something massive, unknown to this world, has landed.
I think I know this guy.
The apotheosis is upon us.
And with that, end scene.
So amazing.
Well done, everybody.
Never thought.
Well
I
done,
would fight
Chat.
Oh my goodness.
Well done.
Thank you, chat.
Fist
Thank
bumps,
you.
everybody.
Thank you for all the mimics.
So many
Never thought I would fight
things.
against
Go.
the Bob Ross.
Oh my
Go.
goodness.
Hit the goal, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, we're going to end right here. I appreciate everybody coming out. We're just going to do a quick wrap up, and thank you everybody in my game. It was super fun. I'm so glad I got to play with all of you. But we want to get out of here before 1 o'clock so people can finally get back to sleep. So we're going to start off. Thank you, Satine Phoenix, for organizing this. This has been a fantastic, super fun time. And definitely go check out Reach Out and Read, reachoutandread.org. To all of our moderators who've been helping us out getting this all organized. Organized, Psychotic
Yes.
Monk, Firestorm, the Lucha Bear, not Luncha Bear, I found out, Unicorn, our sponsors, So Mighty Games, So Nerdware, our DMs, at Metzgirl, at No Tweet Sean, myself at DM Luke Thomas, at DM Corey, Maxine Bauman, at D&D Jordan Lee, and at Zynar01, and all of our players, Bella G. Moradin, Monk2774, Fairy Reen, ImpactRPG, Crystal Flayer, the Simulacra, Ryan, Acerog, it's way too late.
Ace Rogue Zintiel.
Ace Rogue Zintiel, thank you. Anonmoth, Health Pack Stream, HappyCapster, at Covered Sawdust, TQ Loudly, CJ H Book Zombie, Happy Pensky, Jane Nunotex, Creamnat, Meglin, thank you. I didn't get to see your stream and I'm super sad. We gotta hang out later. Voices of Robert, Gabe James Games, the Sam Wisest, Cats 3, and Frau, and PB Smitty, and it is also the Stink Chatterama 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's coming up 12 hours, 6 shows, 30 guests to raise money for at Stinkrat Streams is also coming up. So again, thank you to all of you wonderful people. Thank you for everybody watching. This has been awesome. I just want to actually, before we all do our sign-offs, I just want to make sure we're clear. It is just before 1 a.m. And we are currently still standing strong at $1,253 raised. As a team, the campaign is currently at $7,503 out of the $15,000 goal.
Halfway there.
Halfway.
Amazing.
And you guys made such a huge impact on that. Huge. You can continue to donate. Please do. We are super, super happy with how everything has gone. This has just been amazing. So, thank you. Everybody, please let us know where everybody can find you and your stream stuff, and we will get out of here. So, let's start. Jordan, you're in my top left.
All right, I'm at D&D Jordan Lee on Twitch and on Twitter. You can usually find me moseying about the Threadware's Discord. I will hopefully be starting to stream in the new year. I'm getting all my equipment and things figured out and working with Thread Raiders to come up with some streaming stuff. But please drop me a line anytime. I'm happy to DM or just talk. But thank you so much.
James.
I am James at Tabletop Tribune, and you can find me on my blog at tabletoptribune.com, where I talk about aspiring gamer interviews. So if you want to get into like podcasting or being a merchant, I do bi-monthly releases. Those are the 2 big ones I've got out right now. There's a lot of good information there. I'll see you guys next time.
Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean at No Tweet Sean. If you need any voice work done, or if you need a player or a DM for one of your games, for anything that you need to do, hit me up.
Maria.
Hello, I'm Maria. You can find me at HappyCapster on Twitter. You can also find me hanging out at Society Goblins on Twitter, where myself and my husband, we make a lot of 5e homebrew magic items and cool things and stuff, and it's really great. You can also find me on Variant Roles multiple times a week. I am there playing Urban Shadows on Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mondays, we have Grim Femmes, which is a D&D 5e hybrid game about discovering our personal traumas via our characters. And then on Thursdays, Project VHS, which is Cypher, System, Space, occult horror, and it's great and it's wonderful. And they're all starting to wrap up with the end of the year, which is really sad, but you can catch up with them on our YouTube channel, and it's really great.